I see through it. Yeah.
Hey, everybody. Hopefully, you are having a great weekend as I am. We have some things to talk about. Weekend update. What am I doing? It's only Friday. Here I'm doing weekend update on Friday. What the hell? Here I'm thinking it's Saturday. What? I just realized when I looked up and saw weekend update, I was like, it's Friday. Yeah, let's change it. Let's say let's do that's funny. Hold on, I'm changing it. That's too funny. Now I gotta make a new thumbnail. I see through it. Well, I quit saying I see through it because the there's like a lag to it. So, and funny thing is I only stopped doing it because when Maybay came on one time and she was right, we could just started. Friday is it is the start of the weekend, but I usually do weekend update on Saturdays. Right, Diana, I love that energy. I saw you in there with me today watching that live. Um, but funny I heard Maybay, if you guys remember, there was a live she did where she was playing her song and she wasn't muted and she was singing along with the song and it was like super like laggy. Like it sounded like the words would, like the song would sing and then she would sing them. And I got to thinking, I was like, oh my God. I said, I guarantee you when I say I see through it, that I'm sounding just like that. Like I sound like I'm lagged also. I was like, yeah, I'm no longer doing that. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of somebody. Obviously, we know it's lag, but if people don't know, they just don't know, so they think that. It reminds me of someone who I know we've all been with those people, right? Where you're like in the car with them or you're at a place like a club or something and they're trying to sing along with the song but they don't know the words. Yeah, it's all my fault, but they don't know the words, so they will sing them right after the person in this, like the singer, the artist sings them. That's what it reminds me of. And so I just had to laugh. I was like, yeah, I'm never doing that. No kick notification. It probably didn't. It probably did something. It probably messed up. It says it's streaming to Kick, but I don't know if it is. It shows that it is on my end, but it doesn't mean it is. Look at Connie, the cat on the ones and twos. Hey, everybody. So I hope y'all have had a good weekend so far. I know it's Friday, but it's still the weekend, damn it. Oh man, I had such a bad headache earlier. Thankfully, the Tylenol took care of it, so we're good to go. But man, I was having a headache, that's for sure. I get headaches sometimes. It sucks. Which I'm lucky though because I do have like Imitrex or whatever. You added me on Kick. It might just be you got a Kick notification. I was gonna say sometimes because Kick, the way you go live on Kick is different. And sometimes I'm going, I'm using a streaming service, so sometimes it'll mess up. But Scorpio said they got the Kick notification, and so did G Linda. So, hey, Messy. Yes, right on time. If you're over on Facebook, get your butt over here. Oh man, I did forget to look for that one live. Because I ended up ending the other last night and I was going to show a few things on Cat. Um, but I meant to go look for that live. People were saying I had to see the live um, where she stalled her car out or something, but I never did go look for it. See, wonder how hard it would be to find it. Got to be the last one. Oh, it's not a long live. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's already marked for me. Okay, cool. So we can go to that. That's cool. That's cool. Facebook marked it. If you look now, Facebook will is doing like you use quinine. Oh yeah, Sheena, it goes right away. As soon as I take, that's why I don't think it's gallbladder, because I know right shoulder pain can be like referred pain from your gallbladder, and it also can be in your neck and your jaw, but it says, and I did talk to a doctor, like not my doctor, but a doctor that I work with. I did talk to a doctor that I work with, and they said that if antacids such as Tums stops the pain, then it's not your gallbladder. They said antacids sometimes with gallbladder. Happy birthday, Sandra. Happy birthday from the Outlaw crew. We wish it was our birthday so we could party too. Woo! Happy birthday, Sandra. Um, but he told me that if taking Tums relieves the pain, then it's not your gallbladder. It's some kind of like acid reflux or GERD or something like that. Um, because I can literally once I chew up, it takes more than one. I have to chew up two. Yeah, Billy, I just found it. I have to take two. Once I chew two Tums up, it's gone like instantly. So it's definitely something to do with like some type of heartburn, acid reflux, something like that. But it is so painful. Like I have never had such. I mean, it is so bad. Like it's not so bad in my chest. Like yeah, it's like heartburn in my chest, but up on my neck and my especially my jawbone, it hurts so bad, and I have a high tolerance for pain, but it hurts so bad. I had to literally leave the ER the other day and go walk to the gas station to get Tums because nobody had Tums. You're back over here. The YouTube comment section's more lit, definitely more lit. Um, your GERD is from a hiatal hernia. Yeah, I need to get it checked out because I've never had, like, literally, it's been in the last 6 months that I've had this happen. I haven't changed anything with my diet. Oh, thank you, Bianca. It's a TG. I used to bartend at TGI Fridays, and that's the song we would sing. I just changed it to Outlaw Crew. Found out it was GERD. Yes, it's just so painful. Oh my God. I did not know heartburn could be. No wonder people, because people come to the ER all the time with like indigestion and stuff and think that they are having a heart attack. And I never really understood that. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know the difference? Oh, I know the difference now, honey, because let me tell you, those first couple times I had it, I legit thought I was having a heart attack, especially because they teach us in nursing school, like, oh, women, when they'll exhibit signs of like neck and jaw pain. Yeah, it's definitely my age, Colette. Um, but they'll tell us in nursing school, like, if you if a woman comes in and she's got pain in her neck and jaw and things like that, like you that could be a heart attack. So the first couple times I had it, I was like freaking the hell out, real bad. And then you know how it works. The more you focus on something, the worse it is. Especially like with my anxiety. Like I used to have worse anxiety than I do now. I've learned to like different coping mechanisms, but my anxiety before, like the more I would focus in on it, the worse it would get. So, but yes, it hurts so bad. Like I never knew how bad it hurt. Oh my God. Like I said, the first couple times it happened, I was on live and I couldn't even hardly talk because I'm that way. Even when I was in labor, I was the type that when I was having a contraction, I wanted silence. Don't talk to me. And I'm the same way. Any kind of pain, I just want to be quiet. I don't want to scream. I don't want to cry. I don't want to do any of that. Yeah, I think it's the soda too. Um, because there's nothing else I eat that would cause it, especially like days, I eat a grilled cheese and have some soda and have like excruciating heartburn. Like I feel like it's the soda. But I will say that I switched from they've had Coke like on sale sometimes, and I've been drinking not cherry Coke, but like regular Coke instead of Pepsi. And I'm wondering if it's the switch from the Coke to the Pepsi. Because I notice when I do get it, it's when I'm drinking Coke. So I'm thinking that's what it is. Um, so yeah, it wakes you up. I never get woke up at night or anything. No, just cheese, madams, just cheese. I'm a very simple girly, just cheese. Um, that's how you found out yeah, you told me you said you were having heartburn in your chest. Yeah. I've had to get the little drink in the ER gives you. Now see, once I have Tums, um, it's gone. Like, but I have to eat two of them. So once I do two and I chew them up, I chew the Tums up, and then once like last night, I had it while I was on live. I chewed the first one up. I waited a minute, then I put you guys on mute. I chewed the second one up, and it was gone. Got you craving grilled cheese? I love me a good Texas toast grilled cheese. Ooh, with some white American cheese. Chef's kiss. Yeah, I haven't eaten anything with tomato. No ketchup, no tomato soup. I don't eat tomato soup, but yeah, nothing like that. Like nothing you could think of that would cause it. Pepsi's flat compared to Coke. I love Pepsi's got a better taste. See, that's what I'm thinking, Outlaw Sister. That's what I've like narrowed it down. Um, oh, Coke, it helps you when you have heartburn. Oh, it helps to get the acid out of your stomach. They're probably giving her some kind of like antacid, liquid antacid is what she's probably talking about. Yes, just cheese. I don't eat rabbit food. I don't eat vegetables or fruit. And I don't eat any sauces. Only sauces I eat are ketchup and ranch, and it's far and few between. Like it's usually I eat ranch with like cheese fries, and I eat ketchup on my fries regularly. But like I don't eat sauce on anything else. I'm telling y'all, I'm like the most simple. I swear, when I say I eat like a 2 year old, I am being legit. I eat like a 2 year old. Um, okay, I'll have to look that up. Water, Colette. I would just drink water or Gatorade. Yeah, Pepsi's better than Coke for sure. But now cherry Coke tops it all. Yeah, definitely need to drink more water. I have been drinking more water. Like I used to not drink water at all. Um, I do. I like Sprite. I just don't drink it much. Hey, Deborah. Sounds like you need to have a scope. I do need to have a scope. That's what I was thinking too. Because I could have an ulcer or something. We are soul sisters. See, I don't get it in the back. Mine goes from chest straight up to, and the chest is not that bad, but it goes chest and then it goes right up into my jaw. And I'm telling you, my jaw, it feels like I can't even describe the pain. I cannot even describe it. And I don't get it every day. Like this, I don't get it every day. Like this is I'll get it like I could get it like I got it yesterday. It may be a week, it may be a month. Like it just depends. But yeah, like I said the other day, I did not have Tums, and it was so bad. I literally was like, I've got to go for a second. Like, I've got to go to the gas station. They're like, what? I was like, please just like watch my patience. I've got to go to the gas station to get some Tums. And I sure the hell did. And before I even got back, that's how quick it works. Before I could walk from the gas station, because I literally ate one while I was waiting to pay for them because it was so bad. And then I ate another one on the way because it's real close, the gas station. So I literally, by the time I walked from the gas station back into the ER, it was already gone. Like that's how quick it works. My GERD started. Now I had a little bit of heartburn whenever I was pregnant when I was younger, but nothing like this. Nothing like this. Which I had my last baby at in my 20s, so I haven't been pregnant in a while. Yeah, definitely, Heather. I need to. I need to tell my doctor. I have an appointment I think in June with my PCP, so I'm gonna let her know, and she'll just get me scheduled for a scope because I want to know if it's like a ulcer or what it is. No, madams, we didn't have any. All we had was the drink, and I didn't want to do the drink. Plus, you have to scan for it. Anything that comes out of like the med drawer or whatever, you have to scan a patient's ID badge. Like, we can't just go in and grab medicine for ourselves. Like even Tylenol. Um, you would think that we'd be able to just get Tylenol out of the cabinet, but everything is locked in a like a medicine thing. So you have to scan your ID as a nurse, then you have to scan like you to get it open, and then that has to go to a patient. So it's a little bit more. But yeah, all we had was the liquid stuff. And again, it would have been a whole issue to even get the liquid stuff. So I was like, yeah, I'll just walk across. Thought I was having a heart attack because how bad it was, but yeah, the little cup drink helped. Yeah, they say, like I said, Jamie, they told me if the antacids help, then it's not gallbladder. Because that was after listening to some of you guys, I was like, damn, am I having gallbladder issues? But he told me, he was like, no. He's like, in most cases, he said the antacids will make the gallbladder worse, not better. And I mean, it's instant. As soon as I eat two of those Tums, it's gone. Like, so he said it's definitely something to do with my stomach acid. So right, Christine, exactly, exactly. So That's why. Because I know anytime I've told a couple of my friends that story, and they're like, "Wait a second, you had to leave the ER to go get Tums," and I was like, "It's complicated, damn it." Yeah, we don't. In our first aid, we don't have them. Yeah, we have like like and you can drink antacid drink or whatever. It's like a chalky thing. I don't know I don't know what the brand of it is. But no, our first aid cabinet just has like band-aids and stuff like that. Like the ones we have ours on the wall. No, only thing I take is my thyroid medicine. That's the only thing I take, like prescription wise, is thyroid. Due to a Cologuard test came back with blood. I always wondered about that Cologuard test. I gave up coming and lost 40 pounds. Oh, you give up Pepsi or something and you lost 40 pounds? Yeah. Yeah, it's a quick way to lose it for sure. Right? I love going under. I think it's the best nap ever. So mad, but I'm 57, never had one. Well, you probably need to have one. Right, Wanda, right. Yeah, but some of the symptoms, Wanda, like the neck and jaw pain can also be referred gallbladder pain. Um, but again, if the antacids work, then it's not. Shout out to Savannah for that super chat. Happy Friday, Outlaws. Also, I did see where somebody joined while I was getting everything ready. So let me see who that was because I can't see it right now. She said, Happy Friday, Outlaws. Happy Friday. Who was it that joined? Shout out to Kelly Ann. Well, welcome. I think Kelly Ann probably just had to rejoin. I think she's been there before. Um, but shout out to you. Well, welcome to members. Another one on the green team. All right, so let's get into this stuff. Let's go. The food marble test before. Oh, thank you, Mine. Praying for you too, honey. Let me know what they say. Yes, it's the best. I do. I love it. Hey, Callie. Yeah, outlaw. Shout out to Seven for the floating heart. All right, let's go to Facebook first. Let's look into this for a second. Because, man, let me tell you, somebody sent me just like a few minute clip of Maybay's live, and I went over there and listened to a few minutes. I don't like to listen to a lot of it because one, I have to listen to it here, right? So why would I watch it twice? And two, I like you guys to get like my raw reaction, And if I listen to it once, like I may not react as much as I would if I've already heard it. But I went over there and I was like, this girl Tony is not gonna last, honey. She is not gonna last long because maybe I think she's going to figure out real quick that maybe sees nothing wrong with what she does. So there's nothing she can do. Like I went over there and I guess it was towards the end because it was right before I got on here. And um, Tony was asking her something about if she forgave herself or something. And you could just tell they're not on the same page or not even near the same page. So yeah. So Kat made a post a couple hours ago. All right, Facebook. If you're over on Facebook, come on over. All you have to do is go to that live, and we have 10-cent bottles returned on soda cans. Hey, Kelly. If you're on Facebook, go to that live, scroll to the top of the page, click the link, come on over, enter the chat at your own risk. If you see someone or something you don't like, block them, keep your peace. Unless you want to tussle. Everybody's allowed to have your own opinion here, but don't forget, people may have an opinion about your opinion. So take it in stride. Um, but yeah, if you want to squabble, but I'm not your referee. You're all adults. But if you get aggravating, distracting, annoying, or if I just want to, because it is my channel, I may mute you, but you can come back after 5 minutes and try again. Unless you cross a few boundaries, then you may get blocked, but I'm not usually one to block. It just depends. There's a few boundaries if the racist stuff is probably the easiest way to get your ass out of here. So yeah, we're not going to tolerate any of that shit. So yeah. And congratulations to Tibby's daughter and her friends, beautiful women graduating. Tibby was live during one of the ceremonies earlier. So congratulations to them. Right, Sheena? That's what I'm saying. Like she's gonna get tired, and Tony's supposed to be the host, so she's gonna get tired of of her. I feel like. Yeah, the only one can understand her is Cat Cat. Yeah, why wasn't Cat Cat the host? If she wanted to do this big healing journey and all this stuff, Cat Cat's her therapist, right? So why didn't she do it? Shout out to Cat's crazy side, member for 8 months. So glad I found y'all. I look forward to your lives, Connie. Thank you. I appreciate that. I was actually over there watching that non-healing women empowerment live with host Tony. Yeah, Carrie. Nine Bob sees. Oh, that's rough. Right, Barbara? And then every single time without fail, every time she talks about anybody in her life and her relationships with anybody, it always goes back to what she bought them or money or something like that. And that's not everything. She's the host, Jennifer. So Tony posted on her page, she posted a like a like a flyer uh for the channel, and on the flyer for the channel it says that Tony's the host and Maybay um is the special guest advocate or whatever. I'll show you. So yeah, she's the host. All right, let's see. If you look right here, Tony posted this on her page, Rebuilding Maybay. Okay, the podcast. And as you can see here, it says, let me move it out. There we go. Tony talks in circles. Hey, Donna, if you see here, it says Maybay, special guest, the rebuild, special guest, and the rebuild. And then over here, it has Tony's picture, and it says Tony, host and healing advocate. And then they say, this is not a gossip podcast. This is what happens after the filters, after the heartbreak, after the internet has an opinion about your life. I'm Maybay, and this is my rebuild. So, yeah, Tony's the actual host. Yeah, she's never done anything wrong. And the fact that she's still the clip that I got when I went over there was her saying basically that Trey, like, she's back on this whole thing that Trey was never Tati's girlfriend, blah blah blah. That's some bullshit. If that's the case, we could say, well, Chosen was never Ivan's girlfriend. Chosen was there for Maybay. No, y'all were poly. It was Ivan, Chosen, and Maybay, just like it was Brandy, Trey, and Tati. They were a poly couple, 100%. Why did Tati take all her nails off to fight Trey if Trey wasn't her girlfriend? Make it make sense. Katie, rebuild is in her social media. So yeah. Yeah, it won't last long. Oh, with her eyes. You got her. Oh, that's cute. Wait, I didn't see the breast. What did the Indian say? She got a marker and did her makeup. Oh my goodness. That's funny. Like, girl, you got your own. I don't know, Kyla. Not in the clip I heard, but she may have. I was commenting who she had apologies to, and she went, yeah, they don't read the comments at all. Like, not when I was over there. And the clip I got, it didn't have any of that on there. So I guess they're just going to ignore the comments. Who knows? Okay, let's go here. Facebook, I'm going to say goodbye. If you're watching this on the replay, hashtag replay. Also, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And when the live is on replay, you can hype it up. You only get 3 hypes per week, so use them wisely. Yeah, Colette, it's just her way of justifying it. May will never succeed in rebuilding because she can't be real as a person. Oh yeah, I mean that was evident, Kiata. Like either I don't know, maybe it isn't her not being real, like as far as what I'm talking about. Maybe it's that she just doesn't see that what she does is wrong, like at all. Yeah, Brenda. Mm-mm-mm. Crazy. All right, let's now that we're alone and Facebook's gone. There was not one supporter. They were probably not saying nothing because what do you say at that point? You know, when she's literally saying she did nothing wrong, like what do you, as a supporter, what do you even say to that? Shit, I wouldn't know what to say either. All right. So Kat said, I don't know what happened. Y'all, I don't know what happened to my car, but she's working fine. So, I don't know. All right, so this is what happened. Giving her promo away, honey. Car troubles. She's talking cancer free. Thank God. What is she talking about? Cancer free. What the fuck? What was that about? That X that out. All right, let me find it. All right, here it is. He probably stalled that shit on.
Oh yeah, now it says battery low, start vehicle.
All right, let's see.
Oh wait, I don't need the money. My sister sent it. Never mind.
What's she asking for money
I
for?
don't see
Her light bill?
nothing.
Right, where's the damn mirror?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
she
get this.
can't
Hold
see it.
on.
Kelsey. She'll never see it.
Oh.
The dealership shut it off till she made the payment. If they can do that, that'd be crazy.
Make sure you get
Right, Ona.
reimbursed for your towing money. Always make sure you get towed just in case something like this happens. Where do I send the money? To my Cash App down below. But Demetra just said she will pay Jennifer, so hold on. Yeah, it said, but this is what it say though. It says under warranty. But I'm nervous that they said 3,000 on my mama. It says
Were they telling her that they
did I just see that paper?
that they cut her off because of payment?
No, my car is on. Let me show y'all. Y'all, give me a second. Hold on, let me show y'all.
Oh, she got mad at somebody because they said something about her hair.
Oh,
asking for tow money?
This car is on. Now these lights, all this just came on right now. But at first, it was just a.
Hold on, let's see when it first happens.
Shay, that's not the first thing I did. The first. I keep waiting. Hey, Nikki.
Oh, is this whole video she shut down?
Yeah, why am I stuck at a light? Because my car won't turn off.
Farrah, I guess she's still doing
that I
it.
just got.
Yeah,
it won't turn off.
She's sitting
I'm
at the light.
stuck in the car with the lid at a light. The car won't shut off. I'm legit stuck. And I'm so fucking paranoid because I don't want nobody to hit me. Because the lid in the car.
Right, Shenanigans? I didn't know they could do that. That's crazy.
The car just shut off. Well, it shut off and then shut back on. I'm waiting for a tow truck. They said they're not going to be here for 30 minutes.
Yeah, she said it won't turn off. So I don't know.
This shit is crazy.
What's the problem?
The car won't shut off. Yeah, I'm just sitting here. It won't let me move.
I'm curious about that. So does she not have a license? Because that's what I couldn't understand, because she turned her rental in. So I would assume if you turned a rental in that you had to have a license for it. But I also got confused why May was involved with the rental that got put on blocks. Maybe May was renting that for Tati and not Kat. I don't know. It was just odd because everybody keeps saying that Kat doesn't have a license, but I would think she would have to. Automatically shuts down payment due, but she's saying the car's on, it just won't move and that it won't shut off. I don't know, Patricia, why she's trying to cut it off. She said it won't move. Maybe she's trying to cut it off and cut it back on.
I am waving my hand. I keep waving my hand and my what's the names are on.
Shout out to Miss Lagunas, member for 9 months. Outlaws. Me either, Phoebe. Ooh.
Why are you?
She's lucky she don't get hit. Like, damn, girl. Get out and push that bitch.
Be for real. Okay, come on. Be for real. They just got your caution lights on.
Oh.
Yes.
That's cool.
And then cars keep
Kelsey.
like getting real close, and I'm like, oh, hell no.
That's what I thought, Lyric. Yeah, she got pulled over at the school not too long ago. But I don't think they even asked for her license because she said that the guy was like, well, just go or whatever. And she said he didn't even ask for that info. So maybe she got lucky. I don't know. They said, I don't want to say it, Bianca, but somebody in the comments may be able to tell you what they said about her hair. Hey, T baby. Because if I say it, then people are going to be like, did you hear what Connie said about Kat's hair? So yeah. But yeah, she got pissed off that they said that. Shout out to Techno, member for 8 months. Maybe said she doesn't need to heal or change several times during the live. What's the point of this lame ass show then? That part, that's what I was going to say, Techno, is like, what is the point? It says on there, raw conversations, real healing, but maybe it doesn't feel she needs healed, so they can disable the cart. I would think if they disabled it, though, it would turn off. Exactly, madams.
Then I want Aaliyah to get out.
She said she already called the tow truck, but still, why go live anyway? I did, Bianca. Like, push it. Get out the road.
But I'm scared.
But she's scared, and this road is busy. It's overly
There you
busy.
go.
Stop, and it won't go red. Just
So this is crazy.
Bianca said it.
But y'all, I need $100 to tow my car to my house. If anybody can help me, please.
And there's the reason, madams, why they go live in situations like this. There's our answer. They go live in situations like this because any situation or minor inconvenience is a money grab for them. Oh, my car won't shut off. Guys, I need $100.
My mama, for real. And this is so annoying. Like, this shit, let me put my
Right,
cash
madams. It's dangerous as hell.
This is crazy work. And the fact that my car won't cut off is what's crazier. And my car's not overheating. Even the guy,
Hey,
he was like,
Marcy.
your car won't cut off. I said, no, it's on. It's on. He was like, what? Actually, Shay, that's not the first thing I did. The first thing I did was call my sister.
Oh, God.
The first thing you did was come in here and call me. The first thing you did was...
Apparently, that person was like, so the first thing you do is go live? Yeah, because she needs a little money.
Come in here and see it. You see the title. So you doing the same thing. What you mean?
Yeah, very dangerous to do this. Very dangerous.
You ain't got to go nowhere. You can stay right here.
My.
That's why you follow.
That part, she goes live like this, and then when I post a picture of her and CJ and say they look alike because they're sisters, then all of a sudden I've got bad angles of them, and it's my fault that I angled the camera a certain way when I didn't even take the screenshot. But either way, like, how the hell is somebody taking a screenshot responsible for the angles that they are doing to themselves or how they look? Like, they didn't go in there and change her the way she looked to take the screenshot. They just took the damn screenshot. Right? Everybody needs $100.
Oh, okay. That person got smarts. That person has smarts. Why y'all telling them to get out on a busy road? Yeah,
Because you should never sit in a disabled car that's in the middle of the road. Because it's likely you could get hit. That's why.
I'm not gonna get out though.
Jesus. Yeah, Missy. Hey,
Siobhan, my car is stuck in the middle of the intersection.
Hawaiian Island.
And it's on.
Right?
As y'all can hear.
Right, T Little. Like, what the hell is that?
It's on.
It's just a screenshot. She doesn't have a bad curl
It's
pattern.
on.
Yeah.
But it won't cut off. First it was saying something. First something was... Excuse me, my fault. It was saying something about, I called it tow truck. It was saying something about a wheel, something about the wheel. I'm like, okay, whatever the case may be. Then I'm on my way to go get, a delivery. The car stopped in the middle of the light. Yes, it's a 2021. I just got it. I don't think I've even had this car 3 months. There's no way I've had this.
Yes, Karen, it is better. I'm not saying get out of the car and stand in the middle of the road. I'm saying you should get out of the car and move and get out of the road yourself. If you're not going to move the car, you got to get out.
Car 3 months. Nah, I ain't had it 3 months. Yeah, I haven't had the car 3 months.
Right, LaBella? Yeah, no,
but
it's
I need
not.
150 to tow my car back to.
No, that's what people are saying, that she doesn't have a bad curl pattern or anything like that. That even Madam said she could do a wash and go and be fine. So I don't think anybody's saying she's got bad hair. I think it's just like her lack of doing anything with it.
My house, because I'm not in my city at all.
No, Mecca, not at all. She's not in her city.
Because I made 77 today, so I really just need 100. They're gonna play me. It says 3 months, 2 or 3,000.
Right, Ona?
Yeah. I called, nobody answered.
Yeah, now it's 150. Shout out to I Myself, member for 9 months. She's too lazy to push her car. Yeah, I mean, she wouldn't even get out to give somebody their groceries in the rain that just had surgery. So she's definitely not pushing anybody's car. I don't know, Zona. I'm going to see. They said it did take her. It did take it.
Tell them nothing. They're not answering the phone. I just got an oil change.
She just got an oil change. Now she's asking for 150. Yeah, it goes up. Susan. We already know she has issues.
Somebody tell me a joke.
With bathing, so.
Car. It's not turning off, boo.
Oh my goodness.
I just passed gas. Oh, now it's flickering. No.
Yeah, we need to go.
Yeah, we need to. Once it clear, we're gonna get out the car.
Yeah, please.
Cause now the car is flickering.
What do we need from out of here?
It's my purse.
Just your purse.
Yeah, there's
right,
nothing
Scylla.
There go the police. Hello, help! Policeman! Oh, the police just passed me.
Jesus.
What the fuck?
Right.
The police just passed us. It's a push to start. Yes.
Push to start.
I'm about to get out the car though. Yeah, come on.
No, Mom, I'm scared.
You're not scared. Open the door.
Yeah, she got it at tax time. Okay, so she finally got out. Maybe out of gas. I don't know. I mean, it should turn off. Hey, Nicholas. She got it on mute. We can't. Oh, she's on her Bluetooth. That's what it is. She got out of the car, but she didn't undo her Bluetooth, so nobody could hear anything she's saying. That's funny as hell. She thinks they could hear her. That's funny. Girl, your Bluetooth's on. That's funny. There you go. Yeah, one of her kids is with her. Yeah.
Can you guys hear me now?
Oh, there's the tow truck.
Should I call Angel?
So she needed the money for the tow truck, but the tow truck's already there. So you know she called the tow truck. She had to call it a little bit before. Like, girl, that's wild. Then she said she didn't need the money because May gave it to her.
No, you're gonna figure her out. Don't worry her. She's all right. Yeah. Everybody put y'all put yellow hearts for my baby.
Oh,
You don't go nowhere.
I was looking. Why I gotta record?
Hold on, wait. Let me not get this. It must have just cut off because it wouldn't cut off.
Oh my God. So the tow truck driver gets there and the car cuts off. So clearly she wasn't doing something right. If he gets there and the car cuts off, like, girl, if he cut it off, why do you even need him any longer? I'd have been like, okay, well, if it cut off, let me cut it back on real quick. I'd have figured it out real quick before she put it up there on the tow truck. talking about, oh, it must have just cut off. He fixed it. Hell.
Is you sad about your car? Aaliyah's sad, y'all. Oh, boo, Asia, I promise you, I'm gonna get my ass up.
Isaac, how do you...
Did that motherfucker just cut back on?
So the tow truck driver fixed it. She said, did it just cut back on? She's been lying the whole time, I bet. I mean, clearly she said it wouldn't shut off. Tow truck driver gets there, it shuts off, and now he turned it back on. Like, she don't even need the damn tow truck. That's wild.
How do you...
I have no idea.
See?
He a tow truck driver though, so yeah.
He's a tow truck driver, so he knows how to push the start. Like, what is she talking about? He didn't do nothing. Well, he is the tow truck driver, so that's why he fixed it. Girl, you just wasn't doing something right. She probably wasn't pushing in something, or it probably wasn't in park. Oh my God, I just thought about it. I know my push to start won't turn off if my car is in drive. So I wonder if her car wasn't in drive and that's why it wouldn't shut off. I bet you money. I bet when she got out of the car, she probably put it in park. And so when he got there, he was able to just shut it off. Because that's the only thing I could think of as far as push to start why it wouldn't shut off. That's the only reason mine won't shut off is if I'm still in drive and I try to shut it off, it won't do it. It'll be like, it'll give me a thing like dinging. Like she said it was flickering. It was probably telling her like, girl, we can't shut off yet.
Ask everybody yellow hearts from a lip.
That's crazy. I guarantee you. It had to be. Oh God, he still put it up. He drove it up on the tow truck, y'all. He drove it up on the tow truck. That's funny as hell. That's why they were like, how did he do that? Yeah, he drove it up there because it started. Oh, she muted it. What was that? That's funny. That's crazy. Talking about, well, he is a tow truck driver, so he got it fixed. Oh, shit. That's funny as hell. All right, let's see what this one said. That would say cancer-free car problems. But now all of a sudden it works. Is this another money grab, even though it worked as soon as... Shout out to T-Baby for the gold coin. So then she went on to ask for another money grab after clearly the tow truck driver got it to shut off, turned it back on, drove it up on there. Now she's begging. Shout out to T-Baby for the star. I don't know, 2Ts. How about he about to get that $100? He fixed it for her because he's a tow truck driver, G Linda. You can't make this shit up.
Like I.
Oh.
He's good.
Yeah. Hey, Playsay. Haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, something, Playsay. Shout out to T-Baby for sending a gold coin.
Okay. So he's saying that it's fine. He said that maybe I didn't press hard enough or I didn't gear or something like that. But he said...
Oh, you hear that? Maybe it wasn't in gear. Exactly. Maybe she didn't press hard enough. Girl, you don't have to press those push to starts very hard. But again, if you're not in park all the way or something, it's not going to shut off.
The car's in perfect condition.
See? Car's in perfect condition. She just either didn't push it hard enough or she wasn't in gear. In other words, she wasn't in park. That's crazy.
Brush my hair because I don't want to put it in a ponytail today. Keep it local though.
Can't make this shit up, y'all. Called a whole tow truck because you couldn't figure out how to turn the car off.
Guess what Cat gonna do? I said,
that's crazy.
what was the point of you coming on here and saying that to my people? Go live. That's the cold part. That's what be killing me. That's good news. But sometimes if the problem isn't going on at the moment, it won't be on the safe side and stay close to your house. Yeah, that's what I said. But I tried to tell everybody that
you can't make it up.
On it, they're not gonna be able to know.
Shout out to Play Safe for the sunshine. Girl, there's no lights on. They won't be able to know. If there was something wrong with the car, they'd be able to know, even if a light wasn't on. I'd have towed her too. Well, yeah, by the time you got there, India, I mean, he fixed it. He drove it right up on the tow truck. But of course, he's going to tow her because she's making it sound like there's something wrong with the car, you know?
But everybody kept saying, go to AutoZone, go to AutoZone. So I went, but I knew that's what the results were going to be. Ain't much, can't nobody tell you much when ain't nothing coming up.
Yeah, Linda.
But guess what Cat gonna do? She gonna ride that motherfucker.
Yeah, she was at a red light, Jamie.
She gonna ride it out. I sure the fuck am.
But she says they told her the car was perfectly fine. No shit. I guarantee you when she got out to get out of the car, she probably threw it in park, not even thinking. And then when he got there, he was able to shut it off real easy. It's crazy. She just don't say shit, does she?
Like that's another. I feel like ups and downs is another way of telling somebody to go through. Like that's another. I feel.
Lord. Okay. Let me go because I wanted to show you guys this post. Shout out to Place A, member for 9 months, money grab like Andy and his 15. Thank you. Perfect segue. And his $1,650 truck a fan bought him. Just bums all day. So I'm glad you said that because that's the perfect segue into this next post. Shout out to Messy Missy for this post. It's on Facebook. All right. So as we know, we've been following this story a little bit. As we know, Andy SpongeBob, aka Andy, wrecked his car. He says the woman was responsible, which made no sense because he said the woman was responsible and she hit him, totaled his car, but he didn't have the money to pay his $1,000 deductible. Which again, if it was her fault, her insurance should have paid for it, but he didn't have the money for a rental, so instead of getting a rental for a week, the supporter told him, "I'll buy you a vehicle, or I'll pay for a rental for a week." So which one do you think he chose? He didn't choose the rental for a week. He had them go buy a vehicle. It cost $1,650 for this vehicle. Um, These are the pictures of his damage on his 2026 Dodge Charger. So if you see, it looks like she hit him right up here in the front. Shout out to Silly Rabbit for putting 5 more on the green team. We got 5 more on the green team, y'all. Thanks to Silly Rabbit. Miss Love, Rhonda, T-Baby, Gabby, and Darlene are on the green team. Shout out to Layla, member for 3 months. My car is in the worse condition than his, and it's definitely getting fixed in what'd you say, in 2 weeks for 500. The only thing that I will agree with is if the frame is bent. Now, if this bent the frame, then it would total it, because once you bend a frame, I mean, I guess you can sometimes unbend it, but for the most part, they total it. Well, this should be 3 cars, CP, because doesn't he have a Camry or something? I think he has a Camry. I thought the Charger was his second vehicle. But I don't know. But you see here, she hit him right here in the side panel, or whatever they call that. The quarter panel, or I don't know if it's the same on a car. But she hit him right here, so that's the damage, right? I mean, clearly, if it wasn't bent, I don't see why it needed towed, you know? Because that's what I couldn't understand, is like, why did he need a tow truck if it's still drivable? Let's see, who was that? Shout out to Rach for the stay hydrated. And shout out to Charity for member for 8 months, laying low in the bushes, not feeling well, but always supporting my favorite book club. Thanks for the distraction, Connie. Of course. Thank you for being here. And I hope you feel better. Shout out to Lyric, member for 9 months. His car will be fixed the 29th. Boyfriend, the Camry. Oh. Well, here's my thing. Oh, they are fixing it. Okay, so some people told me that it was bent, and that's why that he was saying it was totaled. Okay, so it's not. So they're saying it is getting fixed, but why wouldn't he be able to drive it? Did it do something to the tire or something? Oh, I love you too. The boyfriend has the Camry. Why isn't the boyfriend driving the $1,650 car and Andy driving the other one? That part. Probably high on twatter. Probably. He does go through cars like no other. All right, so there's the damage. This is the SUV they bought him. $1,650. Of course, if they gave him a choice, and then as soon as they bought him the car, it says has taste buds, so he eats steak and lobster. Shout out to Mind Your Business for the party hat. Tiffany, that part, especially if it was her fault, why not turn it over to insurance? Because that was my next question. He said that he could not pay the $1,000 deductible. Hello. If you just bought something for $1,650, why didn't you just pay the $1,000 deductible? What sense does that make? Looks like he pulled out in front of her. That's what I thought too, Samantha. And that's another reason why he kept saying it was her fault. She was going 100 miles an hour and she hit him and all this stuff. But then when they were in front of the cops, it was saying that they said that she got a ticket for her. What did they say she got a ticket? She got a ticket for speeding and he got a ticket for tent. But wouldn't the cop have put like whose fault it was? Because I know when I got or when I got hit, actually I'm the one, she came out in front of me and I hit her back tire or whatever. And so it was her fault. So when the cop got there, he literally put on the report that I was at no fault and she was at fault. So why wouldn't the officer do that, right? Not only that, if it's her fault, turn it in on her insurance. And then if that's not the case, then turn it in on your insurance and pay the $1,000. I don't know. It's just a lot of BS when it comes to all this. Oh, hell no, Melinda. We don't believe shit he says either. We don't believe shit he says either. That's why we're talking about it. Shout out to Zona member for 9 months. We the bestest book club ever. And Connie's our goat. It's whoever has the right of way. Yeah, but you would think the cop would be able to see, like most cops, when they come to the scene, they're able to see like what happened. You know, they can see brake marks and things like that. Yeah, he said it was her fault, Barbara. But again, if it's her fault, why isn't her insurance doing it? Right, Sauce. They place who's at fault. Exactly. So that's why I say I don't think it's her fault. Because if it was her fault, none of this would be a conversation. Her insurance would be picking up the damages. Her insurance would have gotten him a rental car. Like he would not have to do anything. He said the cop said she didn't have insurance. Okay, then even more so. At least in my state, we have underinsured or uninsured driver, and so it makes your deductible lower. So like the lady who hit me, she had insurance. It was her husband's insurance, and she was an excluded driver. So the car had insurance, but she was already, because of her accidents and her tickets, basically the insurance company was like, we will insure your husband, but you are what they call an excluded driver. So since she was an excluded driver, that meant she had no insurance. So what happened was I had to put it through on my insurance, and instead of a $500 deductible, I paid a $200 deductible. So either way, the insurance still should be able to fix like it should still be the insurance. Yeah, uninsured motorist, right. That's what I'm saying. Like there's just something that just doesn't sound right. I feel like it wasn't her fault at all. I feel like he was at fault, and her. I mean, maybe it was both of them are at fault. Did she even, well, that's what they're saying, that she didn't have it, but unless it's Florida, we have no fault. Well, remind me not to get in a wreck in Florida because that's crazy. No fault. I've never even heard of that. I didn't know they had a no fault state. That's what I thought, agent shenanigans, like especially speeding. Why wouldn't she have went to jail for that? Zoila, we're talking about this newest incident with SpongeBob. He got in a wreck. He says it was the woman's fault, but he didn't get a rental. So now instead of a supporter paying for his rental for a week, a supporter bought him a vehicle that cost $1,650. Again, he could have just paid the damn thing. Look at his little baby hairs. Look at him with his baby hairs. Phoebe. Yeah, bless. That's what I'm saying. Definitely can't. And that's why they said, which somebody told me that he didn't delete the live. Somebody said they did, but somebody said in my comments that they thought he deleted the video because if people could see her license plate and his license plate, they could look up the report and see that he was at fault or whatever, which could be a thing. Oh, that's great, Susan. I just switched insurance companies because mine was outrageous. Bodily injury paralegal. Florida is no fault. We don't have uninsured motorists. Okay. Well, he's in Texas right now, right? Is he in Texas or Colorado? He did have a rental, I think, for a couple days, and that's what happened, G Linda. He had to give up his rental. So then the supporter was like, I'll give you two choices. I'll either pay for a rental for a week or I'll buy you a used vehicle. So of course, he was like, "Oh, buy me the used vehicle." It's giving Pugsley. So yeah, that's his car, brand new car. You can see the damage here. Is this damage or the back around the back wheel? Is that damage? I don't know if you can see my cursor, but is that damage or just a reflection? I'm just wondering if she slid down the side of his car or something. Now I can't unsee it. But yeah, this is his new vehicle. But again, like I said, look at this last video or this last photo. So he doesn't have the money for a rental, right? So supporter jumps in, buys him a used vehicle. Now remember, he's letting his boyfriend use his second vehicle. So it's not like he doesn't have a second vehicle. He's letting the boyfriend use it. Supporter goes and sends him $1,650, which again, he's going, not only do you have to buy a car, but in order to drive it, you have to pay property tax. You have to go get, at least in my state, you have to go pay property tax. Then you have to take your property tax receipt to the DMV, and then you have to get a plate. So that costs even more money to pay for that, to get a plate on the damn vehicle, unless he just goes and gets what you can go and get a 45-day plate and it don't cost much, but still it's just more money. But okay, so they buy him a $1,650 used car. He's complaining because he didn't have the money for a rental, but then he goes live and he's eating steak and lobster. That white thing is massive. What white thing are y'all talking about? What white thing? Wait, what did Lita say? I'm lost about this white thing y'all keep talking about, that y'all just talked about. He has shown pics of the used car. Yeah, right here. This is the used car right here. It looks like a what do they call that? Is it not a Forerunner? Is it Forerunner or a trying to think of what this is called. Does anybody know what it's called? It kind of looks like a Forerunner or a I can't think of the other one. Oh, the car. Yeah, this is the car that she bought. Smoking on his lunch breaks. Not it is illegal, blessed. It's illegal in Texas. Not only is it illegal in Texas, but he's a healthcare worker. And most hospitals are scent free. You're not supposed to wear a bunch of cologne and perfume or any Pathfinder. Thank you, Pathfinder. I could not think of that. You're not supposed to use any perfumes or anything like that because one, somebody can have an allergy, and two, it's a clean environment, right? But instead, he goes out on his lunch break, smokes his Mary Jane, then literally douses himself down with cologne, and then he walks back into the hospital or the facility, smelling like cologne and Mary Jane. I bet he chokes them out when he goes into their room. Because once you're in a sterile environment, you don't smell all the smell. It's a sterile environment. So when you have somebody walk in that has even just cologne on by itself, it could take you out, honey. And especially those older elderly people, I bet they're choking. Exactly, Bonnie, because they know they can do it. They know if they hit that button, they beg a little bit that they'll get the money. So they're going to keep doing it until people stop giving it. Yeah, it's illegal. That's what I'm saying. Not only that, but he's a healthcare worker. So like even if he was in a legal state, you can't smoke and go back to work. Like he does it all the time. He does stuff like this, like smoking and then going back in and all this stuff. Then when he gets fired, he blames it on the haters, and then his supporters send him money because the haters got him fired again. It's like, what the hell? No, I think it's a Pathfinder. Pretty just an I've been live an hour already. Yeah, I've been live an hour already, I guess. But yeah, so there's the SpongeBob drama, the SpongeBob debacle is what I should say. Um, all right, so let's go back. Let's go to oh yeah, and then yeah, let's go to YouTube. And then of course, Kat's been asking for money for her what was it? They said she asked for money for a car, then she asked for the light bill money, then she asked for the car money again. She's been asking for the damn uh what was it? Money for the light bill, money for the car. She's asked for money for the phone bill. She's just been asking, asking, asking. Let's go to Glam. I think Glam has one of them put up there. Shout out to Glam TV on YouTube. She's on Facebook too, but this is from YouTube. Tell her, blend them eyebrows. Oh yeah, and I wanted to also so I didn't realize that Brandy had posted asking saying like, is it messy to ask for the truck? M- Um Brandy was supposed to move out of Tati's. If you guys remember, when she was going live in January, she was going to move out of Tati's place in February, right? Um, the only reason I said Pathfinder is the way the handles and the doors were. That's the only reason I said Pathfinder. 300K on his new one. What soon he will need this and also paid for gas, of course. So he paid it 1650 China. Somebody paid 1650 for the vehicle, and then he went and ate lobster and steak. But he probably did. I didn't even think about that, China. He probably did get it for cheaper. He probably said they're asking 1650, and you guys know with any used car, when you put money in front of somebody, they'll take less. If they have it listed for 1650, he probably went in there with, like China said, $1,000 and got it. Susan, I don't know. He said that he graduated his LPN program, but I don't know. He said it was a Pathfinder. Yeah, it looks like that's why I said it looks like a Pathfinder just from the handles or whatever. All right, so here's Brandy's post. She said, "LOL, is it messy to ask May for the truck?" Brandy, I guarantee you probably still either live with yeah, Brandy has no license. She had a permit, remember? Um, Brandy probably either still lives with Tati or is staying with another girlfriend. Doesn't even have money to get her own place. How the hell does she think? Um, I didn't, silly. How the hell does she think that she can afford $1,200 a month? What sense does that make? Like they just don't think. They think about getting the truck and being able to drive it. They don't think about the responsibility. Yes, Chi Chi should be proud. The supporter said that they would pay 1,500, but all he could find was the 1,650. And I wonder if the supporter saw an ad or if he saw the ad, because I wouldn't doubt if it was $1,000 vehicle and he made 650 off the supporter. I would not doubt that in a heartbeat. Oh well, even if he graduated, Bonnie, he's not an LPN. He's not an LPN until he passes those boards. You can be a graduate of nursing school all day long, but until you pass those boards, you're not a nurse. You're not a licensed nurse anyway. Okay. Promo. This is Glam's page. There was something on here about, well, 4 days ago. I feel like it's been a while. Where's the one on Cat? I think she posted it. Oh yeah, and if you guys missed it, I posted this last night with the new marriage, the new divorce paperwork. I posted that last night or night before, I can't remember. Maybe it's on something else I saw. I know I saw Glam posted that about her asking for help. Maybe I missed it.
All my past lives. Delete, delete, delete.
Okay.
But by you having been someone.
420 says Whitney's worth.
Hello, everyone. I'm
What is crazy?
Home, but I haven't seen it all.
No. Yeah, you know.
Oh, I don't want to play that. Anyway, Kat was definitely asking for it. Maybe she had it on Facebook. But yeah, Kat was asking for help with the light bill, and I'm telling you, they just be asking for every damn thing. All right, let's get into this catastrophe of a live. They did one live for like 4 minutes, and she had titled it. Let me show you what she titled it. Even if you pass the boards, I still would be extremely reluctant into receiving any healthcare treatment from him. Yeah. So they're not divorced yet. They're in the process of divorce. However, on that, oh, it was on Facebook, Scorpio. That's why I didn't see it. Yeah, she's super sweet, sissy. What was I saying? He's a nurse like Kim Kardashian. Oh, Bless says SpongeBob said the car was over 19, but the supporter talked him down to 1650. Okay. Kat is still at her own place, sissy, as far as we know. I mean, we know that she was, in my opinion, when she was at Maybay, she was trolling and telling people that she had moved back in. Um, you graduated nursing school in 2000, ain't never been a nurse a day in your life. Oh my goodness. Why did you go through nursing school? Did you just not want to take the boards? That's wild. But yeah, a lot of people don't realize that you have to take the boards or you can't use it. Um, Not that I see, Bless. They were doing it on TikTok here and there, but haven't seen them. Okay, so maybe I went live for like 4 minutes, and the title of the live was "The version of me you met was in survival mode," and it was only like 4 minute live, and then Tony dropped down, something happened, so they ended it, and then she went live again, and the title was just survival mode. I'm like, you can't make this shit up.
What's up, y'all?
She not gonna play the song?
Let me drop this.
Or no? I guess not.
Hey,
now I can hear you.
No song,
Okay,
y'all.
okay.
monetized anymore.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
Also, because apparently I didn't realize this is what happens, but she says that her page is no longer monetized because she no longer has watch hours. So, which I didn't realize that's how it worked, but I've also never deleted everything off my page. Um, and I saw somebody in the comments say something about, I guess because she deleted all of her lives on the page or all of her videos on the page, she now doesn't have the watch hours to be monetized. So Maybe Life is on a ban for a week, which the week ban is almost over. Um, but Maybe Life is on a ban, and now she says this page is not monetized, which is a little strange. I don't know because I watch through premium, so I wouldn't get an ad either way. But I just thought that was strange. Like, why would your I didn't know that. I thought once you got watch hours and you got your monetization turned on, that was it. Like you didn't have to go through the watch hours anymore. So I found that a little weird. I'm gonna have to look into that because I didn't think that's how it worked. I thought once you got I thought once you got monetized, that was the end of watch hours. But they did say in the live that because she deleted all the lives that she now doesn't have the watch hours. I don't know. Listen to what she said.
I'm okay. Well, I guess this channel is not monetized anymore,
Weird.
which
Wow.
I don't understand. I don't know. It says all of a sudden I don't have watch hours. I don't know how that's possible, but okay. Whatever.
Okay.
I don't know how it went from me having watch hours to no watch hours.
Mm.
How does that work?
Has that ever happened before like that?
No. But
Does it
hey,
have does it have anything to do with the name change? It don't have anything to do with the name change.
no. Mm-mm.
No, on this one it didn't play at all. Um, Zoila, yeah, he's a CNA for now, but he said he's going through LPN school. Hey, Glam, the song played for 4 minutes on the other live. So there was another live that was like a 4 minutes and something. So she played that. She played it on there. But here's my thing: she's deleted everything off Maybe Life before, and it didn't change her monetization. So I don't even see like before you get monetized, there is like a thing on your dashboard that'll tell you like, oh, you have 2,000 out of 4,000 watch hours and things like that. Once you get monetized, that goes away. Like I don't see that anymore. That's right, vlogs. Exactly. Shout out to Sissy for that super chat karma. She did that to the people in her promo ship. I was just watching a Danny Flores video today. Um, Cheese May report, and he had done a live about I was watching something about Maybay on there. Now I done forgot whatever it was. Yeah, she did delete before. Oh, he was showing like screenshots from her mentorship. When she had the mentorship going on, he was showing screenshots from their mentorship chat, and she was trying to sell a page with 9,000 followers for like $3,000. Yeah, she only deletes the lives, not the uploads. Right, but she's deleted the lives before off Maybe Life, and it never got, it never changed the monetization. Right, Val? I don't believe that. Like, that makes it strange to me because I've never heard of that. Facebook will delete your lives and stuff, but not YouTube. Facebook deletes your lives after 30 days. But YouTube's never had anything like that. He's on now, but he's not under Chisme. He's under Danny Flores. So yeah, he's still on. That's what I thought, Blue Flame. So, oh, I didn't. Did I see? I think I pinned it and then I didn't read it. Nappy by Nature. Shout out to Nappy by Nature. I think I pinned it and completely forgot. I hope these supporters that are sending money aren't sending him their last few dollars because that would be truly a shame. It definitely would be. Shout out to you, Nappy by Nature. All right, I got that one. I got Zona. I got Lyric. I got Charity. I got Layla, Silly Rabbit, Playstay. All right, just making sure I got everybody. I hate to miss y'all.
No, that's just weird. Well, it is what it is. It's always something.
Is there a let me put my phone on do not disturb. Hold on one second.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm.
Is there another page we can go on?
Oh, it's cool. Oh man, it's all right. We're on Facebook, so.
No, you're still on Facebook right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Hello, hello. I'm Tony. And this is what do we name this episode, May?
Survival mode. You're the host, girl. Get into it. Shout out to CP for that super chat. I looked it up. It says if they are deleted, the watch hours no longer count towards the watch time for monetization. Correct. However, once you're monetized, it's different. So, like the journey to getting monetized, right? Say I'm trying to get a new page monetized and I have 3 lives and I've got 2,000 watch hours. If I go and delete those lives, then I lose those watch hours. But once you get monetized, none of that should matter. Like all that goes away. You see what I'm saying? Like yeah, the journey to get monetized. But then once it does, like they don't even count. They don't even show your watch hours. So it's weird. Hey Gabby, what are you over, girl? The episodes? But yeah, I've never seen like once you get to that point, then it changes. At least that's what I thought.
Did you name it anything?
Say it again.
She gay.
Did you name this episode anything?
That's survival
Not that I know of. Tony is married, or she was married the first time we saw her. So
mode.
Okay, okay, okay. All right. So,
she said her husband. So
let me see one thing here. The version of me you met was in survival mode. Um, what made you start?
she gonna go through Maybay's whole history. Right, Val. Exactly. Right, Christine. No, Tony is not a poly princess. Tony is the host of her new show. Tony is the well, I'm sorry, not new show. Tony is the host of her new channel. Um, Tony said that she had a husband. When she cooked for Maybay in the hotel room, she said she had a husband. So I'm not sure. Tony is trying to be like that lady who talks to people who escapes cults and fundy families. This is just a failed attempt. 100%. Yeah, Tony said she had a husband when she was cooking for May, so I'm not sure. Yes, so Tony's the host, but Maybay named the episode. Right. She thinks it's The View. Shout out to Kelsey member for 5 months. YouTube is cracking down on AI usage. I wonder if it's all her AI songs. I just learned if you edit out the countdowns after live, it pushes more for replay. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, Sissy, it's not going good, especially this one. This one, it sounded like they was like going back and forth.
Like social media?
Yeah, get your
What popped
mirrors.
into your head about like what gave you the idea that said, "Oh, okay, this is let me just pick up a phone and just do this whole thing." What happened?
I was in room 21. I was invited to room 21 from somebody, and I saw a girl named Ashley going live in room 21, and I thought, I wonder if I can go live. So I went and looked for a button and pushed it. And I just wanted to go live because I saw somebody else live. I thought it was cool. And I
Mhm.
thought she was like a superstar or something. I didn't know who she was. I was like, oh, she
Uh,
must be famous. But then when I seen the button, I said, oh, anybody can go live. Okay. So then Facebook asked me, did I want to become back then it was social media influencer.
mhm.
And, push the button if you want to get paid to do social media. So I pushed the button. And that was it. There was no thought behind it. There was no, I thought I was going to get paid. That was never a part of me doing it at all. So when I saw Ashley live from Room 21,
Mhm.
I started going live to advertise my salon. And so I would go live showing the hair I did. And I was just trying to bring in more clientele.
Mhm.
That was before they offered me to get paid, but I'm doing hair. So it, ran up my
You
hours.
keep fading out a little bit for some reason. I'm not sure.
Oh, I don't know. I
Your
ain't
phone
moving.
keeps fading out just a little bit. Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, I can hear you.
But I had did hair in my salon and was showing that, and then I guess it made enough hours for them to, qualify me to be paid, and they offered.
Yes, we've heard this a million times, and Tony just doesn't get it. What I don't get is how Tony doesn't know all this already. Like, what is going on? Um, but she gets real upset because I guess she kept saying something about her hair, and she was like, "It wasn't a hair page."
Offered it, so I took it, and that was it.
Oh
Was
Lord,
it
And
just
there was no
you
thought.
I don't
doing it?
mostly
Yeah, it was just me
Was it just
by
you?
myself.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nicholas.
it was me
Okay.
by myself. I was just doing hair.
Okay.
Laura, it's
At that
So
point, there
what
was
was the
no poly.
mhm,
There was no. I mean, there was poly, but I wasn't going live about poly yet. There was nothing
mhm.
but me doing hair at that point.
Okay. So what was the next thing after hair? So like you're doing hair and you're getting some traction from that. Did something happen where you weren't getting traction? You were thinking, okay, what's the next thing I can do? Or did you just
No, no. I just started to put different things into, just showing my whole life. I
what
wanted it to be about my life.
what happened? Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Bonnie, it wasn't that fancy. It just had like a sign in the back and
Can you hear me?
All right,
yeah.
I got you back. Yeah, I
I
can hear
don't
you.
know. I
Can
cut
hear
the
you now.
Wi-Fi off. I don't know.
Tony may have started watching when Whitney came in the scene. Maybe. She went and cooked for her right there when Whitney and Maybay went to Michigan. So maybe that's the case. I just assumed maybe she was in the mentorship, but again, like I said the other day, I can't tell you 100% whether she was or wasn't, but I would assume she'd know some of this shit or at least do some research if you're going to be a host of a show. Like, wouldn't you want to know all this?
Okay.
Right, Missy.
Anyway, go ahead. What was the question?
That part, Missy.
What
Right, Miss Money.
Hello?
so
Right,
from
Gina.
I'm here. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Now
Right.
I can.
It's not.
Hello.
It's not
It's a
Okay.
Jessica.
lag or something.
From when you were doing the hair. Let me turn my Wi-Fi off too. Let me see. We having some technical difficulties.
Her sister is what happened. Oh
Uh,
Lord.
So weird.
Oh look, somebody said if you have a violation on Maybay Life, this is circumventing the policy. They will take this page for that. Oh, she better be careful. I didn't even think about that.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
This is
Yes,
so weird.
Kelsey.
I don't know what's going on. But
Oh,
okay.
okay, Matt. I was like, I didn't even know
Okay.
that.
When you were doing the hair, you said it was just you. It was just you doing hair. What was the next
Oh.
thing after that you showed on social media?
Yeah, C-Dub, she was saying some strange things the other day.
Mm,
Can you hear me now?
doing
Right, CP? Oh
stuff,
Lord.
Broke.
games, and then there was Polly.
There was wig games, and then there was Polly.
Win
Okay.
games.
What made you go?
So I think Tony is trying to take it seriously as far as like I think she has a different idea maybe of what this is than Maybay does. But clearly from the flyer, even Maybay has put it out. It says raw conversations, real healing, Maybay's rebuild. So I think in Tony's mind, Tony is trying to like get to the root of the issue, try to figure out what happened, what went wrong, get Maybay to heal from that through their conversations and things like that, and it's just not going to go down that road no matter how much Tony wants it to, because maybe doesn't see that she did anything wrong. Like it's just how it is. But I think what Tony's trying to do is just like lay a foundation down and get into like what brought her there so that then she can help her heal. But I don't think it's going to work out.
To Polly?
I've always been Polly
No,
Oh
no, no. I'm
Lord.
talking about as far as showing that on social media
because
because it
it
was
was
hair.
about maybe like
Right,
Okay.
CB?
maybe.
The story to go out at all. You don't want this in here. You hear me?
I don't know what's going on or why it's doing that.
Okay, because you were doing hair. You did the showing the hair and then the wigs. And then you were like, okay, was it always called Maybay in the beginning
Yeah,
when you started
shenanigans.
Maybay Life?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess Melinda.
Yeah, it was always maybe, but I had other
Right,
channels, so
Nettie. Oh my God,
I
her
had
Wi-Fi.
life, maybe
Maybe go close, pull up to the McDonald's a little bit closer.
Hmm.
Bay's life, and then it was I had so I had Maybe, I had a Maybay's life,
Oh
which
God.
was my life, and
Right,
then I
Voodoo.
had Polly Love.
Ha!
Okay.
Hood Billy.
But the only reason I had multiple pages is because I kept getting reported and getting the pages took it away, so I just pages.
Even when you were just
But
doing
it
hair?
was always Yeah, because I would play music and it would get me in trouble.
Oh, okay,
'Cause
okay.
I didn't
So it
really know
wasn't
the rules.
okay. Okay. So it wasn't people that was reporting you. It was just the not, you not following the rules and you were getting the page dinged.
No, I was getting reported by people, but music. It was people reporting me. People hated me from the first day that I stepped on the scene. Literally.
No reason, and you were just doing
Okay.
hair.
Okay, see, that's different because now she's saying that people hated her from the moment she stepped on the scene. But just about a month ago, she said, she blames Ivan for everybody calling her a PDF, which isn't the case. People in Room 21 were calling her a PDF back then, right? Not only that, she was like, yeah, people love me. And then all these haters and all these pages started going live and telling people and twisting everything. But now all of a sudden, she's been hated from the beginning. Yeah, that's what we were trying to say when you were saying otherwise. We were trying to say, what about Room 21? It was a whole roast group. They didn't like you. Y'all remember when she was trying to say, act like it was a new thing that people didn't like her?
And there were still people
Yeah.
having the issue with
Crazy.
you. Okay.
From Room 21, when I went live in Room 21 for the first time, it was a roast group. So everybody and their mama was like roasting me.
Right, Nicholas?
And they was downing me and talking shit to me and just crazy. And I was talking shit back because
Okay.
that's why people act like it's something new for me to talk
Mhm.
shit to people. That's why I started.
Okay. So do you think a lot of the people from Room 21 followed you on the other platforms?
That part.
Oh yeah, they did. They did at one point in
Right,
time, but
Christine?
they're really not around anymore.
Okay.
There's
All
only a
right.
few of them that are still here from Room 21.
Okay. So from the time that you just had your hair channel to you did Poly Love, like what was the
It was
time,
never a hair channel. It was never a hair channel. It was just maybe life and whatever I was doing in my life. It was never
whatever
a
you
hair
were
channel.
doing? Okay, okay, okay. All right. So then when you did Poly Love, so you always had there was so that you can't pinpoint a time where like people started being negative towards
No,
you
they were negative from the jump.
from the jump. Okay. And you matched energy.
Yep.
Yep. And so it's always been like
She
that.
probably
All right.
sold it, blessed. She probably sold it.
It just got
So when
worse.
did you it just got worse. Um After Poly Love, was that when your sister came around?
Um, so my sister was always around. It's just the last
Okay.
2 years of her life, she wasn't going to be around much longer, and she kept begging me to go live, so I put her on.
Okay. And then that's when everybody else started coming on, like everybody in your family as far as seeing them
Yeah,
or okay.
yeah. Well, you could see some of them sometimes. Like I would do mukbangs sometimes on YouTube or what Facebook, and I would have
Hmm.
like Ivan or my son or my daughter or all of us, but it wasn't a everyday thing.
Hmm. So when you saw that you can make money
I built
on
everybody
social,
a channel.
you built everybody channel. You saw it
Yeah,
as a money making opportunity, right?
absolutely.
Okay. So that's where all of the different channels come in and everybody got to work. We got to do we got to work, you know what I'm saying? We go do hair, we go
Mm,
eat, we go do all kinds of stuff, right? I'm gonna show this, I'm gonna show that.
yep,
We go do games and all that stuff like that. But you always still had the
yep,
same type of energy from when it was in room 21. It was you were used to it. It didn't you stayed the
yeah.
same. Okay.
Yeah, I still would try
So,
to like. I ignored the trolls more back then. I didn't clap back as much. I would just be like, "Yep, your mama," and keep it pushing, and
mhm, mhm,
I would, continue doing whatever the hell I was doing, whether it was cooking, cleaning, whatever it was I was doing, and but I would definitely match energy if they
mhm,
tried me.
mhm. Okay, so how long did it take you to start really making money on Facebook or social media? Like how
The
many years
first
had you
month,
been doing it?
the first month, no, it wasn't no years. Um,
Okay.
so it took me like 2 months, and then they offered me to get paid. So the first month paycheck, which was my third month of going live,
Okay.
I made $3,000, and then the next month I made $5,000. The next month I made $10,000,
Oh wow.
and then the next
Eh,
month I made $15,000. Then my brother-in-law, well, my ex-brother-in-law, made me lose my page. Polylove.
Oh wow.
I lost the monetization, and I had to
Can I
restart all
ask you,
over.
do you want to talk about how he made you lose? I guess it doesn't
Yeah,
really
he
matter.
was on the live, and he said that somebody could suck his for some money.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we got to be careful because I'm on Facebook. But yeah.
Okay, okay.
Matter
Okay.
of fact, let me end Facebook. Facebook people, come over to YouTube.
Shout out to Yesy Poo, member for 6 months. May believes her own lives, and that is the worst part. She knows Nita never said go live. Yeah, she does, and I do. We've talked about that before. Somebody that lies and they lie so good or so much or whatever the words you want to use, that they believe their own lies. Maybe, in my opinion, is one of those people. She truly, I think, and I think that's why she says it with such conviction, is that she has told stories so much or told things so much that she really starts believing it. Like she alters her reality. It's sad. Shout out to CP for that super chat. She also said all her supporters used to love her. That's when I knew this 401 is a raw faced dog Pinocchio. I did see, speaking of supporters, I did see Mary in there um, today, and somebody had told her that May was talking about her, and she asked them, like, what'd she say? They replied, and then she was like, that's not talking about me. I was like, girl, be a Lulu all you want, girl. She literally said,
So that was a family member that made you lose some income.
okay, so you guys know when she first lost her monetization on Facebook, she blamed it on Tati one time. She blamed it on Ivan several times and said that it was his page that um, got a bunch of violations, and because his page was hooked to her page, said the same thing about Tati at one point. But that was the reason she says she lost Maybay Life, the one with like a million followers, and all those things. Then for the longest time, and even just recently, she always talks about it being the haters and everybody reporting her. But she said here it was somebody in her family that had made her lose it. Like what?
Yeah, that was the first income that was lost. Was that page that was making 10, 15,000 a month, and
So
I had
how
to start
did
all over
that
from scratch. So it's hoping days I can get paid.
so did
Hey, Mama
that
Dukes.
like because obviously people if they're following you on your other pages, they're asking you what's going on with that page. So how did you handle that situation? Did you like tell people what happened? Was you know what I mean? What happened?
I told him, and I just started a new page, and everybody's okay
Oh,
because
you
that
sound like a
page
little
was no
fabricated.
longer
Okay,
able to
thank you.
get paid.
You didn't tell them
That
why it
that page was no longer. Yeah, I did. Yeah,
okay.
I told him why.
Okay. So what I'm trying to get at is to see like how if something doesn't
Oh,
work,
cats,
if we
baby
know, I mean,
daddy.
we know negativity is what gets people love drama, 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 drama. So I'm trying to get to a point where if you were doing stuff like you had already always been doing and stuff, and you're making this amount of money, I'm trying to see where you were at when it came to going up another. I guess I don't know, because you said you've always put your whole life out there, right? And when I say that, I'm not.
C-dubs, I thought it was golds as well. Now, I did see somebody posted it in the community on my page where TMO has been with the same woman for quite a while now. I did send out an alert. Did you not get it? I did send one out. Um, but yes, I thought that it looked like he had golds as well, C-Dub, but they were saying those are teeth jewels. So I don't know, but I did see, I believe Puka posted TMO's woman. I don't know if she's a fiance, a wife, just a longtime girlfriend, but yes, they posted that in community the day we were talking about the fact that May's with TMO. I'm wondering though, it's like, damn, maybe it's not him, but what if it is him and that's one reason they're being so quiet about shit? I don't know. But yeah, TMO has like a long-term girlfriend, apparently. I'll show y'all a picture in just a second. I'll pull it up. It's on community, but I'll show you. Thank you for saying that
Not
because
saying
I had forgot to mention it.
you're on Facebook or anything like that all day long, but I'm saying you're showing what you guys do in your life, right? With
Maybe it's not even up there and she's just still talking away, honey.
your daughter, everything. You're showing all of that the whole time. Oh, she's off, y'all. I didn't realize that. Go out and come back in.
It's just cutting my phone off and on. I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah. Good. And you told what happened, given,
What's that?
stuff that was happening in your family. Has that ever happened before where you got on and said anything about what was going on in your private household? Or was that the first time?
What do you mean?
Um, like, because I know, okay, you said that he made.
Okay, let me show you this real fast since we were talking about it. Um, YouTube being funny today. YouTube's always being funny because they're always, which I will give them credit, they are trying to always, like, seems like fix something, but they are just trying to mess with shit too much sometimes. All right, so this is TMO. Now, here, you definitely, I feel like you could tell they're golds. But Messy Missy posted a picture where they say that it's teeth gems on his teeth. I even said, like, you can even go back in the live. I was like, this is golds. But here definitely looks like golds. Now, this was just posted by him. Let's see. Or just taken by him, I should say. I think it has a date somewhere. I think there's a date right here, and it was like in April, I believe. But Puka posted it, or March. It was like April or March he posted this. So it's a recent photo. And it seems to he's been with that woman for quite a while. But Puka posted it 7 days ago. So that's TMO, and that is his longtime girlfriend, wife, fiance. I'm not sure of what the title is. But she does look like she's been with him for a while. Golds can come out though. Golds can come out. They can. Um, but again, I just like to give y'all all the information I see and have, and I like y'all to have the same information I do. Also, if you did not know that our YouTube has a community, on my YouTube page, there is a community where all of you guys can post. You guys can post pictures. You guys can post statuses. You guys can talk to each other and everything. So if you don't know how to get to that, when you go to my page, it'll say community on the tab. So this is in the community. See right here. I said not a clue. I was like, not a clue. Okay, so when this is my page, when you go to it, right? You see right here where it says community right there? That little button, it says subscribed, join community. Also, so you want to hit community, and that's where you guys can go. Again, you guys can post, you can ask a question in there, you can post pictures in there, whatever you want to do. Just, keep it PG. Also, see how this says, you guys know I use somebody else's page so that I can get premium, but I'm going to fix hers right now. So you see right there where it says subscribed. If you don't go in and click this and click all, oh, well, hers is fixed. Okay. You have to click all, or if you go to like personalize, you won't get the live up. You won't get the live like notifications. You have to hit that all button.
Was negative, probably.
Okay.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're starting a new page and you got, followers from all these other pages, and you start talking about something that's negative going on in your household. How was the reaction to that? Were people flocking
Never
to
just
that
like,
drama?
oh man. I mean, it wasn't a big deal.
Okay, it wasn't a big deal. So how long did it take you to rebuild that page that you lost?
I had to rebuild a whole nother page. It took me 30 days.
Took you 30 days. Okay.
But I
And what
wasn't
was
making the money I was making before.
okay? So what gets you to? Because I remember a time where you had hosted a creator house, and that's when Chef Carmen was there. That's where she met her current wife. I
That
remember
was
that.
years.
Yeah, I remember that. So from that time to the time that you lost your first page where you're making all that money, how was the money in between that time?
Wait a minute. Said that last part again?
Hmm. Yeah.
When was the
So
what?
so when I saw you at the creator house when you were there,
Yeah.
and the money that you were making at that time
Yeah.
versus when you were making the money with the page that you lost,
Hmm.
where's the scale in that? How does that go? Like, was
Okay,
it?
so in
Mhm.
California, we can just do this. In California, I never made over $20,000 when I lived in California. Right?
You're
I
talking about
never
a month?
in California. Yeah, a
Mhm.
month. In
Okay.
California, I never made over 20,000 a month.
Okay, so listen to
When I
this
moved to
shit.
Texas, I moved here with 30 grand in my
Listen
bank
to
account,
this.
and I rented a house. And I said, if it, be not good for a year, then I would buy a house. I
Mhm.
did a walkthrough tour of the house as I was moving in the house, and something happened. Facebook paid me 5 grand for that one live, and
Really?
I said, oh my god, that's crazy. So my paycheck that month from Facebook that month from when I moved to Texas
Mhm.
went from me making a regular 10 to 15 to 20 grand. It depends. Every
Mhm.
month was different. No more than 20 grand. To $60,000.
My goodness.
So I said, "Oh shit, Facebook,
Right.
Facebook fucked up. I'm gonna take this money out the bank because they're gonna take it away, and I need this money.
Listen,
So
what
I'm gonna
money?
take it out the
Facebook.
bank.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna take it out the bank." Then the next month came, and I got like I can't say verbatim, but like say 80 grand. It went up.
Okay, so wait a second. So when you moved to Texas and you did a walkthrough tour of the house you were moving in, you got 60 grand. The next month you got 80. Was there anything that happened in between that time?
No,
Okay. So you were just going live more?
no, it was just the same. I was doing the
You were
same
just doing
I
the same
always did.
thing.
Hmm. And then the next month after that, I made 150,000. Then the next month after that, it was 160,000. The next month after that, it was 180,000, and so on and so forth.
That's crazy. What were you like? What did you?
The most
Because
I ever made in one month was $185,000.
okay, so but like during that time,
So again, this person says over here on her live, they said making 180 a month. Why didn't you purchase a house with cash? Exactly. Like, and again, even if that's just 1 month, if she had money in the bank, why not just sit on that money for a couple months, use the money in your bank, sit on what you're making from Facebook, let it pile up or whatever, and then you have a damn house that you own that you didn't have to pay a mortgage. Then you wouldn't have had to pressure yourself to make a certain amount online or any of that. Like she would have taken her life from a like such a stress level to she would have knocked that shit down. And then when her money fell off from social media, it wouldn't have been such a big deal. Instead of saving her money for say 3 4 months, paying cash for a $400,000 home and not buy a $90,000 truck, $120,000 vehicle and pay cash for them. Like instead of doing those things, because as soon as you drive a car off the lot, you're losing money. So instead of doing those things, she should have sat on that money, went and bought a house for cash, and then she would have owned that shit. Like it's just crazy. You can sit there and say she made that much, and she didn't think, oh, I should pay cash for a house.
so
Oh no, no, I'm not paying cash for a house. I'm going to sign a 30-year mortgage for 7 grand a month. Like what?
your daughter came and lived with you and all that stuff,
That's
right? You got
crazy.
everybody got a page. You're trying to get them to get up to the level that you're at.
I
Yeah,
know,
everybody but my
Lita. It's
son.
just wild to me.
Okay. So did they get up to that level too?
No. The most money my daughter made
That part,
was when
Melinda.
the ex-girlfriend thing happened, and
Hmm.
she made like 50 grand.
I
And
know. I know.
money
Well,
motivated people to talk
Yes.
shit. My daughter will
Right.
admit it. She'll tell you, like,
listen to
money
this
was the
shit.
motive. The more she talked shit, the more she got paid. So the more she was against me, she got paid. So she did it. And she'll tell you that. Like, money is the.
She may have continued it for the money, but in my opinion, when she first started outing you, she was outing you because she was hurt, and she came to the internet because you're internet. Period. Now, did she find out she's making money so she continued? I would agree with that. She probably did, but I still say the shit she said was true.
Root to all evil.
Mhm.
She was young,
I know. Oh
much
no, I
younger, and
know. I can't help it.
I think mentally wise, going
I
through
know,
life
Bonnie.
and
I
saw
know.
opportunity to make a lot of money and did it.
Right, Kelsey? If you
So you never
remember,
encouraged.
whenever that whole thing went on, they said Tati made 24,000, which her saying 50 grand, I don't know if she means at once. They probably just downplayed what she made and said she made 24 when she really made double that. Um, but yeah, if you remember when they got that apartment and all that stuff, Maybay was like, well, you should have, they were talking about how Tati was like, I only got a couple $100 left. And Maybay was like, what? She's like, you just got 20, I think it was like 24,000 or something. That's crazy.
Her to do that? Was there
No,
any time there was no skits or anything in that?
no,
That was all real.
yeah,
Okay.
no.
It's
Um,
crazy.
and Mr.
Right,
Edwards'
Melinda?
page, I think the most he ever
Listen to
made
this.
was, I don't want to, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I
No, you don't
honestly
have to
don't
tell that.
remember. I don't
I
remember.
was okay.
I just don't remember. It was anywhere from 30 to 60,000.
Mhm.
I don't remember exactly the amounts, but yeah, I mean,
So she could sit there knowing, and we've talked about this, Ivan's page made money. Even if it made 10,000 a month, it still made money. Now, did we know Maybay has came on live even when Chosen and Ivan were in there and said that they don't pay the bills. She doesn't make them pay the bills. She doesn't ask them to pay the bills. They don't have to pay the bills. If you guys remember, until she moved in the house, and then she kind of started to say different. But even when she first moved in the mansion, she was talking about they didn't have to pay bills and all this stuff. So then when they break up, she goes around and says, Ivan never did anything. Ivan didn't work. Ivan didn't this. And people would rebuttal and be, including myself, and be like, yeah, but Ivan and Chosen both made money. Like they both had Facebook pages. And granted, yeah, they weren't making what Maybay was making. I'm sure they weren't. Because they, on Maybay's page, it's her life plus if they come in, it's extra. On Ivan's, it's just Ivan. On Chosen's, it's just Chosen. So even if they made 10 grand a month, they were still making money. Ivan was still making money, regardless of whether he had a job or not. Those last few years when they were both doing social media, he went live every single day. Every day after he dropped um, Jaden off at school, he would go live and just chill with everybody or whatever. So he was definitely making money. So when she sits there and talks about like him like he's a bum and shit, I'm like, but he was doing the same thing you were. I mean, she even lectured the comments and was like, I don't know what y'all are thinking, but us around here, we all work. We all make a bag off social media. But then as soon as they were all broke up, then it was they were bums. Well, that's on her if she was not making them pay bills or asking for money or any of that. That's her mistake. But you can't come on here and say somebody's a bum just because you yourself even said they didn't need to pay bills. Clearly, we know Maybay. Anytime you mention relationships, love of any kind, she goes straight for the finance. Well, I bought them this and I gave them the life it's always about what she bought them or what she did for them or the newest phone they had or whatever it is. She always goes back to that monetary item. So I'm sure she did tell them they didn't have to pay. That was probably maybe that's her love language. I don't know.
he made some lump sums every once in a while, but
Yeah, Keisha.
nobody topped my pay and
Right,
nobody made close
Christine?
to what I made. Nobody. Well,
We're,
nobody in my circle.
Do
I
you think that
tried to
was?
get everybody to.
Do you think that's
and there it goes, right back to the competition. Nobody made close or topped what I made. Girl, 30,000 a month or she said he made 30 or 50,000. That's still pretty damn good.
because you had the multiple pages? So this is
No, I
a
was only getting paid off of one page at that time.
okay.
Yeah, Nita's page wasn't getting paid anymore. Like Anita's page only made a couple thousand. It never made a lot. Every page does not hit, the same at all, And my Polylove page was demonetized. My other pages were demonetized. So I was only getting
Right,
paid off of
Vanessa?
May Bay's life.
And all that jewelry.
And
Ugh.
I mean, it was paying. And then I lost monetization for that one and rebuilt another one and was still getting paid good money, So
So can I talk a little bit, not disrespectfully, on your daughter? I
uh-huh.
just got to kind of want to. give like an example of two different people from two different lives, and kind of the same stuff can happen, right? Kind of the same life. Like I told you guys last a couple days ago that I'm a survivor as well, right? Do you ever think, May, like for me, for example, right, without going too much in detail, with what I've been through in my childhood and things like that, and with my kids, I look, I've been through a lot, right? If
Right.
I can forgive my parents, you know what I'm saying? If I can forgive my mom and all that stuff like that, you should be able to be.
Yes, I remember they told her because they said that she shouldn't be getting that mansion. Ivan was not, he was like, I think Ivan, I'm not, I don't want to speak for him, but just from what he said when they were in the process of the mansion and stuff, I think he even knew it was a dumb idea. Like, this is dumb, you know? Now, granted, it was exactly what she wanted, and she kept talking about, like, I want to leave this to my grandkids and stuff like that. But that's why I say, like, if that was her plan, the paying cash would have been the smartest way to go because then you would have known that it would have always been there. Even if it was just a 3-bedroom house, who cares?
Cool.
It would have still been owned.
I'm talking to you, letting you know, like when I had, because I had my daughter when I
Yeah,
was like
T Little.
19.
Uh-huh.
I was young. You grow up, you learn things, right?
Uh-huh.
T Dub, that part.
And but I was brought up in the system, right? When we moved to a certain place, I thought the system would help us. We need help. We didn't have insurance at some. But anyway, long story short, my daughter has done the same thing your daughter has done. Gotten on social media, tried to put all my information and business out there. You know what I'm saying? And the one thing I said was I would never disrespect her or never put out her business or anything like that. And but they tempt you, they test you. You feel me? So last Mother's Day a year ago, everything in my spirit was telling me not to go on this trip. We went. I ended up in jail because my daughter, the same one I'm telling you about, she spit in my face, and all I saw was red. And I said at that moment that I could no longer, like, I love her. I don't want any harm because again, she went on Facebook and told the her side and all this stuff and tried to make it seem like it was look, she's in jail. Well, like I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. I was supposed to be in that jail because I was talking.
Oh, okay. So that's what, yeah, China, that's what I just said. That's what I was saying. Like, Maybay had Maybay herself, and then she had Maybay, Ivan, and Chosen content, or Ivan, or Ivan and Maybay, or Chosen and Maybay. But on their pages, it was just them, so it was just Chosen. I mean, I'm sure Maybay would pop in every now and then, but for the most part, it was like that. So there was something else I was going to say, and now I forgot.
To other women, girls who were in there for assaulting their mother on Mother's Day. The case was dropped, right? So anyway, but I did get on live that day, and I after I got out of jail and told my part of it, but still not going in deep detail of telling her personal life issues. You know what I'm saying? But I've always told her because she gets upset with me when she feels like I again same thing.
Oh, that's what I was, her and her daughter. So she's saying, so they have that in common. So basically, Tony is saying that her and her daughter got into it. Her daughter spit in her face and she saw red, clearly did something and got arrested for it. And that her daughter outed her on Facebook and told everybody that she was in jail and all those things. So they clearly have that aspect, they share that aspect together. Now, I'm wondering if Tony knows about the fact, because Tony says that she was not going to get online and bash her daughter, even though her daughter went on Facebook and bashed her. So, does Tony not know the extent of Maybay and Tati and how they bashed each other? Like, Maybay outed Tati's mental health struggles. She outed that she was not to be alone, that she had was supposed to be on medicine, and that's not the only time that Maybay talked about Tati's mental health. If you guys remember when they decided after Whitney allegedly chased Tati up the stairs with the baby, and there was a fight, and the baby was there, and all that stuff happened, and then CPS got called, and they were in an argument. If you guys remember when Brandy and Tati was like, Baby P can't go over there, Maybay even talked then about the fact that Tati was supposed to be medicated and wasn't medicated and talked all about her mental health. Not only that, You see how much Maybay talks about that Ivan ruined her life, and Ivan, which again, we've talked about it, Maybay was being called a PDF way before Ivan's book. I think Ivan confirming it, knowing that was her husband, was a huge thing. But that was being said. But Maybay talks about how it ruined her life and how people get hurt over that and how it's so dangerous to say that about someone, and goes on about woe is me and I can't believe people are calling me this, and all these things. But then the jacket that she tries so hard not to wear, she put on her own daughter. That is huge, I think. Like, she talks all this stuff about bullying and people putting a jacket on her and how it could just be so detrimental, but you did that to your own daughter. So I just wonder if Tony knows that extent, because clearly she doesn't know a lot about what went on. Because if she did, she wouldn't be asking all these questions, I don't think. So yeah, I just wonder about that, because it seems that Tony's had her and her daughter um has some, not maybe the girlfriend part, but some issues there.
Thing people talk, the tone. She always says the tone that you use, right? But do you ever think, like, with what you've been through in your younger life and what you do for your kids, that if you don't harm them in the way that you were harmed, you think they should respect you with the utmost respect, right? You
Right.
feel kind of mm, like
I've
your
said it.
daughter.
I've said it
Mhm,
many a times. I said, and in a way I feel like it's right, and in a way I feel like it's wrong now that I look at it. But I have said
mhm,
multiple times, shit, I didn't do it with my kids what was done to me, so I did a great job, which is right and wrong at the same time.
mhm, mhm.
Because yeah, sure enough, I didn't do what was done to me, and I didn't, let what happened to me happen to them, or whatever the case may be. But there's still other areas where I failed tremendously because of my trauma and drama, and because of my unresolved issues, and because of my just thinking that this is regular, and
Right.
I still think it's regular, and my way of thinking may not be, the typical in the box, or however other people believe. So I believe that could have definitely caused damage from birth, because if I'm used to a certain type of life and this is all I know, then, part of that, no matter how much I try to give them better, it may be better than what I had, but still be fucked up.
Yeah.
And I know that now. But I mean, I was 17 when I had my daughter. So, I mean, I didn't know, certain things. Now that I look back on things, and I tell her, like, I made her an apology song, and, uh, I've apologized to her because I didn't know that my pain caused me to hurt her, you know? And when I say my pain, I'm saying, like, things that I didn't even know was damaging is damaging, you know?
Can you
Things
give an example?
like
Like,
like just like with any, I mean, damn near anything. It could be anything, literally something small, like me saying to her, like, oh, this is an example because, I'm a big woman, she's a bigger woman too. um hey, you're gonna be like, when she was young, I used to tell her, like, you better stop eating or you're gonna be 300 pounds by the time you're 30, you know and she would eat more,
mhm.
and I would just tell her, like, I'm not gonna buy snacks, I'm not gonna buy this, I'm not gonna buy anything for you, because I don't want you to be fat like me, because
Did
I
you
was
ever
fat.
say those words to her though, that you don't want
Yeah,
her to be fat like you?
yeah,
Okay.
I said just what I'm telling you. That's what I said to her.
Okay.
I said, I don't want you to be fat like me, and the way you're going, you're gonna be fat just like me. And I
She made her a song,
I feel
damn
like I should
it.
have handled it different, or maybe if I would have known a better way.
She made her a song, and the song was about Teddy, damn it, but it was too Tati. It just said Teddy, damn it. But that was the damn song she made.
To say it to
I mean, Bill made. But still,
her, maybe it would have been better for, I don't know. And then, like, I could say one thing
I
I know for
haven't,
sure was
Tam.
damaging to her, that I feel like I shouldn't have did, but I didn't know it at the time, you know, was when I would, like, call her out on whatever she did wrong in front of, like, my godmom or whatever, because I was trying to
Mhm.
get, like, am I right or wrong for disciplining her for this type shit, and it would embarrass her, you know. So I feel like that did damage to her. And there's a lot of things that Tati feels like I was wrong for. Like, she feel like I was too strict on her, and I feel like I was very strict on her because nobody gave a fuck about me, and I would try to protect her because I didn't want her to end up young and pregnant and, whatever.
Mhm.
I just didn't want her to end up bad or in a bad predicament because I wasn't watching her, or I just let her run the streets, or I just let her do whatever she wanted to do. So I
Oh
didn't
my
let her spend the
goodness.
night with a lot of people. She only got to spend the night with a couple people ever in her life when she was little. as I didn't trust anybody. Um, I was very strict on Tatiana, like very, and that's why I feel like she always believes that my son was my
Yeah,
favorite.
CP.
But what she doesn't understand is it's a difference between a boy and a girl for me, because a girl gets pregnant and she's gonna come home and bring that baby to mama. You know, this is how I thought in
Girl, what did Jaden do? Jaden got somebody pregnant when he was a teenager instead. What?
my head. Like I said, the way I think may have caused problems. You know, so what I felt was
Oh, this person said because you wanted her little girlfriends to come over to your house. Oh, Jesus.
if a girl gets pregnant, it's mama's job to make sure her
That
daughter
part.
and the baby is okay. So I'm going to take the baby and, you know, her in and make sure that they're okay if she has a baby young, right? But if my son was to get a woman pregnant, then that's her parents' job to take them over there, you know, because he's not carrying no baby, you know, he's a man, you know. So I just was stricter on her because she has a womb and she can carry a baby, and I didn't want her to get pregnant. And he can get somebody pregnant, but he can't get pregnant, you know.
So you just let your son's girlfriend basically move in when he was in high school and get her knocked up. Got it.
So I just feel like it's a difference between a boy and a girl, and I do have a double standard, and I do have different standards for boys and girls. Period. Because, like I said, one can get pregnant and one cannot. You know. So with her, I feel like I kept.
And she protected her so much, but we know what shit Tati's talked about that she's went through. Shit, even the stuff Maybe has told us that Tati went through. And we've talked about the fact that she, Tati and this older little boy did something when they were younger. The kid gets kicked out for allegedly not for what he did with Tati, but for being inappropriate towards Maybay. And then while Tati is still underage, Maybay lets this now man back around Tati to then try to do more damage while she's still a minor. But you protected her. Shit don't make no fucking sense.
Her.
I'm sorry,
I
it
think I
doesn't.
sheltered her too much
Sheltered
that it made
her?
her rebel and just go crazy. You know.
Did you ever
Girl, if you don't think that Tati was watching what the hell y'all was doing, what do you mean sheltered her? Y'all were bringing in women all the time. Had people see that's when she goes back to this. I sheltered her, and they never saw anything. We know from Tati herself that they definitely saw a lot. And maybe even recently she's been admitting that they did, that things happened. But now all of a sudden it's back to sheltering and ugh.
talk to her about the trauma that you went through?
Yeah, I have a
What
lot.
age?
I have a lot, but
It
it doesn't resonate with somebody who doesn't know what it is or that didn't never live that. You know what I'm saying? Like Tatiana will tell you that I was a great mother to her until I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like I was a great mom to her whole life, like being young and little. I can't say I was the best mom because
Oh yeah, and she said that Tati that she spent 8.5 months. I was listening to a clip earlier. She said that she spent 8.5 months in jail, and that when she got out, Tati was 6. Okay, that Tati was 6. Did she not say that she left her? I could have swore she said that she left Tati with her dad when she was like 3 or something. I don't know, but anyway, she was saying in this older clip that she left Tati with her dad. Well, she didn't say she left her with her dad. She said she left Tati when she went to jail. And then when she got out, Tati was 6, and Tati didn't remember her at 6. And she was like she told me I sounded like her mom, but that she couldn't remember me or whatever, which I thought that was strange because at 6, even just 8.5 months, a 6-year-old, like a 5-year-old, you think kindergarten. I feel like they'd remember somebody after 8.5 months. But anyway, um, yeah, she said on that throwback, she said that Tati was 6 when she got out, and that she spent 8.5 months. Um, but now we know since recent stories that she left Tati with her dad. And she knew, now, even if she didn't know if the stories about him touching them was true or not, she knew at when she left Tati with him that he had sold her. Because if you guys remember, he had came to her and apologized or whatever, or they had talked about it when she was like 16, or something happened when she was 16. So she knew for sure how her dad was, at least towards her, when she left Tati with that man. while she went to prison. It wasn't like she was down at the corner store. She went to jail, not prison. She went to jail and left that little girl. She was 5 or 6 at the time she left, according to this throwback. And you leave her with him? That's crazy.
Because shit, I didn't have anybody to teach me how to be a mom. I was just learning on my own, you know. But I did the best I could with what I was given, you know. And when it came to making sure that they had, I knew for sure they never wanted for nothing. And this was before money. This was before I was rich, before I had money, before I had a
What did
little
you
bit of money.
do? What did you do to get money back then?
Oh, I did
That part,
hair for
madam.
years, like 20 something years. And
Yeah,
I
Mary.
always did hair. I worked a job. I took care of my sister for 17 years of their life, of my kids' lives, you know. So I got paid to take care of my sister. I also had other clients that I took care of. I had 3 other clients that I took care of them too.
Mhm.
That were like my sister, but they were not like my sister. They were handicapped or disabled, but not on her level at all.
Right,
You
right.
know, they just had minor stuff wrong with them. They need their house cleaned or laundry or whatever, you know, doctor, whatever. I always have had a hustling in me. Like I've
Mhm.
always, you know, gonna find a way to make money, period. You know, I do hair specials in a heartbeat, you know, bust some heads. I call it busting heads when I do hair.
Mhm.
I bust 3, 4, 5, 6 heads a day. Boom, I made my money. You know, for birthdays or whatever. Like my kids will never be able to say that they didn't get like thousands of dollars spent on them way before the money. For Christmas, for birthdays, I did it up
Mhm.
every year for my kids. Like they could never ever say
There
that
it
they went
goes.
without food. They could never ever say that they went.
And again, I did it up for their Christmas. They could never say they didn't have. They even in this even in this throwback clip I was listening to, she was talking about that Tati had all these years before Jaden came around, and she was spoiled and had she had cell phones and had this and had that, and it's like, mm, kids don't
Without
care.
anything because they never did. I made sure I made that shit happen. No matter what
Okay.
they wanted, they got it.
So
He
with
kept her
you
lovely whenever
doing
he went
all
to
of that,
jail.
and now
When she went to
she gets
jail,
older, she's going through her emotions and stuff like
right, CP?
the disrespect happens.
Yeah.
So based on
The disrespect was warranted, though. Honestly,
okay,
um, I'm not. Her lying on me wasn't warranted, but her disrespecting me was. Um, even though I feel like you should never disrespect your
disagree.
mom,
I was gonna say I have to disagree with you for that.
even though I feel like you should never disrespect your mom on
Right.
social media, or period. But
Yeah, I don't.
I disrespected her first, and you should never disrespect your
Right,
kid either.
Christine?
So you know
Like, it
what
just,
my actions led to her reaction. So I have to take accountability for that because if I wouldn't have slept with her ex-girlfriend, then she wouldn't have.
okay, so now she's her ex-girlfriend. You guys clock that. Before, she was never her girlfriend. Now she's her ex-girlfriend. They were dating. And I'm going to show you a throwback clip, not of Maybay, but of Brandy and Tati. And tell me if they weren't dating her. Like, come on now. I wish I was trying to find the one where they came home, and I've showed it before. I just can't figure out what caption, because that's how I find videos, is by the caption. I have typed in everything I could think of for this damn video, and I cannot find it. The one where Tati and Brandy pick Trey up from the airport, and they're like, "She's here. Get put in your coat, drop it in." Okay, bitters. I don't know about all that. I'm like a 2-year-old. Would a 2-year-old put bitters in their Coke? I'm just saying, because that's my palate we're working with here. Um, but mm. All right, let's just listen some more.
Did what she did.
So
Period.
can you
But yeah, ex-girlfriend. Oh, sorry. I know. I was like, what was I doing? I squirreled. See, I chased the squirrel and then I get all fucked up. Dawn says, Connie, please address that Nita told her to go live, but Nita was nonverbal. Okay. So Nita was able to, if you watched back then, Nita would not have been able to carry on a conversation like we carry on a conversation. She could, there were cues and things there. Now, do I think she said, maybe go live? No, because she couldn't have said that. Um, so I don't know what May's talking about as far as her saying that she wanted to go live. I don't know if she would, when she went in there, she would point at the live, or I don't know what she would do, is what May is saying, but obviously we know that she did not say that. I need a cigarette. No. But yeah, we know she obviously didn't come right out and say like we would. But so I don't know what May is talking about in that part, you know, where she said that she, you know, Nita is the one that told her to go live. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, I just wanted to address that comment because I saw a lot of people comment that whenever she said it. So mm, that's a rough one.
You explain.
Yeah, Maggie,
You
that's
thought
why I
that
say
was
it's a rough
normal.
one.
This was kind of like what I talked about the last year a little bit
Right,
because of the
sissy.
chaotic life that you had. And I
Well,
know a
I
lot of
don't.
people think that is an excuse. It's not
So
an
I'm gonna
excuse.
say this, and you know, a lot of people are still not gonna agree with it, and they never will. But this is
Exactly,
just my fucked
Melinda.
up way of my upbringing and how I think and
Yeah,
what I know,
Vanessa.
you know, or what I've been taught, or rather, whatever, however you want to chop it up, you know. I witnessed it, I saw it, and nobody ever said it wasn't okay, you know.
That's what I was saying. You think this is normal
Yeah, it is normal in my life.
in your
Like
life.
I've seen it happen multiple
Mhm.
times, like you know. So I don't have
Do you think it's normal now?
I so I'm about to tell you, I don't have, and I know everybody's gonna hate me again for this, but I have to be real with myself.
Mhm.
I don't have, when it comes to girl on girl, I don't have the same respect as if it's a guy and girl. I don't. So I don't value it the same at all. So if it's if it wasn't your girlfriend and that wasn't a girl that you was with, like you know how she was with Brandy, you know, her wife, like
Mhm.
that's her wife. I would never. You know what I'm saying? That's her wife. That, and even if it wasn't her.
And Tati has always said that, and Brandy have always said that Tati would tell, or that Maybay would tell Tati that Brandy was the only one that was there for her. So it's very convenient that she would say that, oh, well, when it comes to Brandy, I would never. Brandy would never. Well, I don't know. Brandy might. Um, but I guess, had Billy, well, I don't know though, because when Tony wasn't around, they were right back to the dark side. So I don't know. But yeah, so in the kitchen, there's a video where they're in the kitchen eating. It's Trey, Brandy, and Tati. And maybe introduces Trey as their girlfriend, like they're Polly, that's their girlfriend, which I think is crazy that maybe is so Polly as she says it. And you know, Polly's her lifestyle, she'll always be Polly and she understands Polly so much. But yet when it comes to her daughter's Polly relationship, oh well, she was only there for Brandy. That's crazy because if somebody would say, well, and this is a bad example, but Chosen was only there for Ivan, that would piss her off. Like, no, they were a poly relationship. But when it comes to her daughter, she could say that shit, you know? It's too far. I think the wife is too far because it's Brandy. And again, Tati and Brandy said that maybe would write out. And again, you can take it with a grain of salt. This is what they said. That she would always tell Tati, like, Brandy's the only one that's ever always been here for you and only you. And like basically all the rest of them would mess with Maybay. Shout out to Mary for that super chat. Is this the healing portion of her life? Oh, she don't need to heal. She don't need to. She don't need to do any of that, Mary. They get to that part.
Her wife that was her girlfriend for
But yeah, I couldn't. I've shown the video where she introduces her as the girlfriend. But the video I was talking about is whether I don't know if it's the same video or not, but they're like at the airport, like they're walking down a sidewalk and they're kissing her and kissing each other, and they're like, she's here.
years, like her girlfriend, not some
Mhm.
bitch she was fucking with. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I don't have no respect for, you know, oh, that's just a bitch I was fucking with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter
Oh
to
yeah,
me.
that's right. There is that one
So,
too, Lisa.
I mean, because I feel like
Bye,
shit, everybody,
Mandy.
somebody's that they fucked with. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
everybody done fuck with somebody. Like,
You
I mean,
just don't think there's
I
nothing
could
wrong.
end
There
up
was nothing
fucking
wrong
with,
with it.
I could
You
end up
did.
fucking with somebody that I didn't even know was with somebody else. But I really don't give a fuck, to be honest. And you know,
You.
hey, like I said, at the end of the day, to me, that was never taught. I don't care what they see it as, but that was never taught. I lived in the house with them.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I was there. I saw what happened. I heard everything. I was there. You know,
Mhm.
no, I wasn't behind closed doors when sweet nothings were whispered to each other and whatever the fuck they were saying. But I did hear all the outbursts, and I did
Mhm.
hear my daughter. And
Look at all the outbursts that you and Whitney had, and you guys are still married. What are you talking about, Maybay? Screw what we think. What about what your daughter thinks and Brandy thinks? Because that was their relationship. You always say people aren't in your relationship, they don't know, blah, blah, blah. You don't know. Clearly, Brandy and Tati both thought that that was their girlfriend and they were poly together. You Literally, Tati ripped all her nails off, and they were Brandy and Tati tried to fight Trey when they found out because it wasn't their ex girlfriend. They were still actively dating, and you and Trey made out or kissed or whatever you want to call it. Chosen and Ivan didn't even know that you were kissing this girl. There wasn't even, allegedly, from what everybody said, there wasn't even a conversation with your poly partners about this girl because Chosen was pissed off too. Has anyone ever asked me? I'm sure I would say someone has. I don't recall, but I would think somebody has. I would think somebody has.
I know what I know, period. So at the end of the day, it wasn't portrayed to me that Tati even liked her. It wasn't portrayed to me that girl was there for Tati whatsoever. So therefore, I felt like in my heart, that was Brandy's girlfriend, you know?
Mhm.
So I didn't feel the loyalty had anything to do with Tati. I feel like that's Brandy's ex, and Brandy's not my kid. You know what I'm saying? So that's Brandy's bitch. Like, I felt like Brandy brought her here and Brandy had her around, and that's what I felt. So I felt like, well, shit, it don't matter because that ain't my daughter's girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I feel like the only reason why Trey was ever around.
Well,
And
damn.
yep, see, you started off when you were about to bring Trey up. We don't have to talk about why you think she was around. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Or
I don't give
nothing.
a fuck. I don't care. Shit, I don't give a damn. I feel like she was around because she wanted to be with Brandy, and that's what it was, and that's what it still will forever be. I feel like she tolerated Tati and was trying to be around Tati and be with Tati because she wanted to be with Brandy. Period. And which I understand with Polly. You feel me? I get it. I've been through it. I know how it goes down. Like, so I didn't feel like just because she told my daughter whatever she told her, that's not what the actions was. You feel me? So I just feel like that's what I seen. I'm not the only one that feels that way that lived there in the house. It is what it is. I never felt like her and Tati actually were a couple ever. I
How do
feel
you,
like she was a couple with Brandy. That's it. That's
how do
all.
you how do you view how do you view being intimate with somebody? Because it's
What
not
do
the
you mean?
same for people like us, for
What
people
do you
who
mean?
have been through abuse. So how do you when you're intimate with somebody, when you're having
If I don't love you, like really love you, I don't give a fuck about sex whatsoever. I don't care. We could have sex and it wouldn't mean shit to me. I keep it pushing.
all right,
Period.
okay.
Like, I have no emotion involved in it whatsoever. Like, so I could sleep with anybody's ex and I wouldn't give a fuck who it is because I
Do
don't
you do
care.
you do you think you have an addiction to it?
Hell no.
You don't
No.
think you're addicted to sex?
No. I don't know where everybody gets that from. I don't know where that comes from because if I'm
Can
constantly telling everybody that in my relationships I wasn't having sex, then how in the fuck am I addicted to it?
so when you post things like you're
This is from earlier today. This is not live right now, no.
looking for three poly girlfriends, that's just actually physically having three different women there,
Right,
and
Farah?
it
Yeah.
doesn't even have to be sexual, right? It's just the fact of having
Oh, we're
people.
gonna fuck eventually.
Well,
But
I know,
but
I know
sex is
that,
Oh,
not
but
Lord.
it's
okay, so
not the
this is
sex,
the misunderstanding.
right?
Sex is not
Oh, man. Her service.
Well, I want you to think about how you value sex, being intimate with somebody, right? Like, I don't know.
Right,
I
Shannon?
pissing me off.
okay, you there? I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Right,
Yeah, I can
CB?
hear you.
So what I was
Okay, so
saying about
mhm.
Polly is
And also, she's the one that said that she has to use Extendo every single night and has done that since she was 10, every single night. So I feel like when people say that, it doesn't necessarily mean that you were getting it from somewhere else. I mean, if you have to do that every single night or you can't sleep, like you can't finish your day, I could see why people would say that's an addiction.
this. When it comes to me and Polly, I would rather make money with you than to have sex with you.
Okay.
Literally.
So,
Now, sex is just a
mhm,
regular thing that happens. It's just a part of human nature. That's a part of what we
mhm.
do. We all have sex. So,
So
but as
that's a
far as like, oh, do I
clarification.
need
Like,
sex every day?
you're
Do I
looking
need
for
sex
people
every
to
day?
make
Oh, it
a
gets
kingdom,
worse,
basically, is what
Farah.
you're trying to do.
It
I'm
gets
looking for
worse.
people to get rich with or die trying.
Okay.
Sex is just a
Melinda.
part of what goes on. That's just showing love and affection.
Then
John.
That's love and affection. That's sexual intimacy. That has
Mm.
nothing to do with the rest of the 24 hours in a day.
Right.
Like, you
Keisha,
still got a whole life to live. We can build together. We can accomplish things. It's hard out here. There's more income, more people, the better we live. That's it. That's all. It's simple.
Did you have you ever regretted?
right,
Has
Kyla?
there ever been a moment where you regretted doing social media?
Yeah, Latasha.
No,
No.
because I don't value what people think. Just
Right,
like I don't
Susan.
value other shit. I
No,
don't
no, no. That
value
doesn't
it.
necessarily have to be what people think, but it could be something like within
No, I
you.
don't value nobody's opinion. I don't value it. I don't value.
Well, I
The only thing
mean,
that would make me want to stop doing.
it took her up until just recently in that whole situation with Mary telling her how much she should be eating for her to finally admit she was a food addict, addicted to food. So it takes a little time here
Social
now.
media is if I cared about what people thought,
Oh
and I don't
God.
value it. So therefore, no, I don't regret it at all. The only thing I
Yeah,
regret
blessed.
is, what I did with Tati, sleeping with Trey.
Damn, now
What
she's
would you have
saying she
done
regrets
differently
it.
out of all the years you've been doing this?
Didn't she say recently somebody asked her like what's the number one thing you regret, and didn't she say something like letting people spend my money or something, or fumble in the bag or something?
And you being at the highest of the high was when you moved to Texas. Take that time right then. What would you have done differently?
Oh, but make it as a shot. Okay, Linda. Thank you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you
I
hear
can
me
hear you.
now?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
I can hear y'all. Can you hear me?
Right?
Like the only thing, like I said, the only thing I regret is sleeping with Trey. That's it. That's all, really. And well, I do regret other relationships, but that's the only thing I really
Right,
regret doing
Christy?
that.
Like, damn, what if
Mm.
she was her not even her girl, so what's the
What
matter?
would have been what
It's
would you have
crazy.
done differently? I'm not talking about that time, but the time that you moved to Texas and you were the height of this 160 grand a month.
I wouldn't have slept with Trey. That's what fucked it off.
Oh, you think that's what messed it up?
I know that's what fucked it up in the beginning. Yeah, that's what started it. That's what started the the
The
fuck up.
decline.
Yeah.
That's when you lost people.
Yep.
Okay.
Which I understand.
Maggie.
They think I'm
Yeah.
a scuzz bucket because I slept with my daughter's ex-girlfriend. I get it. I take
I
that though.
love how
I
she
take it.
just I love how she just does this all the time. I really don't love it, but she tries to rewrite history all the effing time, knowing that there are so many receipts out there that contradict it. But she knows, in my opinion, that for the most part, or she just has lied to herself to try to justify it in her own head for so long, she truly believes at this point that it was an ex girlfriend. I don't know. But either that or she just knows that most people aren't going to go look for the clips or aren't going to even, they're just going to take her word for it. That's the sad part.
I got other
If
bigger
it's
regrets
that.
though, but we're talking about social media.
Right.
Okay.
But she was
What
the
what are
ex.
your bigger regrets?
My biggest regret is bringing anybody on social media. I should have kept this shit to myself
She
and made
ain't
my own
admitting
money and
that.
fuck everybody else.
Why do you feel that way?
Because fuck them.
None. Mostly none.
Look at what they've done.
You feel betrayed.
Oh, more than betrayed. I mean, look at what everybody did. Money is the root to all evil, and they went along with trying to ruin me just to get money. It's crazy. I would have never showed nobody how to make no money except for like strangers. I would have helped them, but I should have never helped the people closest to me, except for maybe Kat. Yeah, Kat, because Kat didn't do anything to me. I mean, she did, but not on social media.
Mhm.
We had personal shit, but she ain't never betrayed me on social media and did fuck ass shit like everybody else. So,
You feel like you know how to take accountability.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I take accountability for, I caused my own money to fuck up because I did what I did with Tati's ex-girlfriend. I said that. And I've said that the people look at me like I'm a scumbag, which I have to take that because I get where they're coming from. Even though I don't value things the way they do, I get where they're coming from and I see it from their point of view, whether I agree with it or not.
Okay.
I understand, what it makes me look like. I get it. But I just don't think that people understand that I don't have the capacity to feel what you want me to feel when I
It
wasn't
doesn't
raised. I wasn't.
Exactly. It's not, and that's kind of why I wanted to start. That was
I don't
the
Okay, here's the thing. She says that she does not have the capacity to feel the way that people do about certain things because of how she was raised. Now, I disagree with that because I feel like no matter how you're raised, you can learn to have, like, you can learn all of those things as you grow older. Like, we're only raised for so long, and then we raise ourselves if it's not been done. Like this whole thing, like, oh, well, I don't have the capacity for that because I wasn't raised that way, is, in my opinion, untrue. You still have the capacity. People have the capacity for all kinds of things just because they weren't raised that way or because they weren't taught something. That's like saying, well, I don't have the capacity to learn anything because my parents weren't focused on education. They didn't make me go to school. They homeschooled me. They didn't teach me shit. And so therefore I don't have the capacity to even think that way or even have an education. That's bullshit. It's not that you don't have the capacity, it's you're refusing to do it your damn self. That's my opinion anyway, because I think that's the wrong message to put out here. Is like, oh, well, I don't have the capacity to do X, Y, and Z because my parents didn't raise me that way, or they didn't teach me that way. I think that's wrong. I think anybody's capable or has the capacity of anything. If you want to learn a different way, or you want to break cycles, or you want to do different things, you have the capacity. You can do anything you put your mind to.
have it. It's not embedded in me like it's embedded in them. It's not. I watched my sister fuck my mom's baby daddy. Like I've seen it happen. Like my mom fucked my grandpa's. I mean my grandma's side man. Like I watched it happen. Like I've seen it all.
it
Like
was normal for
it was. Yeah, it's regular. It's been regular. You know.
Bless, are you talking to me?
And this is why it's called Maybay's life,
What I
because
do?
this is my life. Whether it's good to you, bad to you.
Are you trying to be funny? I mean, it's always my fault. So, I mean, you're probably right. But what the hell did I do? What did I do? What did I do? She's got to be trying to be she's being funny, right? I know you're trying to be funny. That's funny. I just wanted to make sure. I just was checking.
Whatever. This is the shit that I've endured that's made me who I am today. I'm a sweetheart though. Until you rub me the wrong way,
mm,
She's a sweetheart.
I give you the shirt off my back. Until I feel like you're playing in my face. You know.
mm. What have you guys tried to do to kind of like repair that relationship? Have you
Who,
done
me and
anything with your
Tati?
daughter?
Oh, we've talked. I feel like. Okay, so I don't ever believe that you can fix damage, right?
Okay.
I don't believe that. I don't believe it's real. I don't believe in the healing thing and all that. I believe that in the back of your mind, that shit's always there. You know. Um,
Okay, okay. So you wait a second. So, okay, well, this makes more sense. It actually, honestly, it's a little confusing, but it actually makes more sense because, um, when I saw this new cover photo or new thumbnail for this page, I was thinking, what is this going to be about? But it makes more sense if she's not the host because it says right on the damn thumbnail, raw conversations, real healing. And Tony is a healing advocate. So the fact Maybay doesn't believe in healing and that's what the whole channel's about, supposedly,
damage, right?
that's a little strange to me. But it makes more sense now that Tony's the host.
Repair that relationship. Have you
Who,
done
me and
anything with your
Tati?
daughter?
Oh, we've talked. I feel like. Okay, so I don't ever believe that you can
Hey,
fix
Purple.
damage, right?
Okay.
I don't believe that. I don't believe it's real. I don't believe in the healing thing and all that. I believe that in the back of your mind, that shit's always there. You know. Um, it may not hurt as bad because time, kind of cushions the blow.
What do you mean you can't repair damage? Most things that are damaged you can repair. Now it might not be repaired to back to brand new or like it was, but there's always a way to repair something. You know, granted, you wreck your car. and you wreck it, they fix it. I mean, it may never be exactly the same, but there's some repair that can be done. And I think that's true with everything, related to us. I think there's repair that can be done. Again, it may not ever be, of course, it's always going to be there. That's something you went through. But I think you can repair and grow from something.
But it's still there. The damage is there. Once the damage is there,
Right?
it's there. Like,
Purple.
it may not hurt as bad, but whatever that damage creates next is what's created next. You know what I'm saying? And it's still going to be there. It may get a little bit better over the years, but I don't believe that you can put a band-aid or fix a flat or whatever over any damage and expect it to, it's not going to ever go away. You're going to
Yeah.
always
Now, there is one thing they say that um, you cannot repair, and they say that's somebody who is a PDF file. They say that there's no rehabilitation when it comes to people like that.
know I did it. It's
Yeah.
always going to be in the back of your head that what if she did it again or type shit, you know?
Mhm.
So at the end of the day, I told my daughter, like, I don't want to fix what we had because what we had obviously wasn't good, you know? I don't believe in fixing it. I believe in let's start over, fresh. Let's start from here. Hey, I'm your mom. I was hurt. I've been a hurt person my whole life, and I hurt you, and I'm sorry for that. And I'm sorry that my pain has caused me to hurt you.
Yeah.
And, all I can do is
Did
apologize.
she
I
say
can't
that?
go back in time and take.
Did she say that? I did not hear that. But I will say that Nita was with her mom's boyfriend. She has said that before, that Nita was with her mom's man. So that was one reason she said, it happened around me. My sister was with my mom's man. I think she might have gave some other, examples. But yeah, she thought it was normal.
Take it away. And back also then, I lost myself. Like, I have a, so when bad things happen to me in my life and it's too traumatic, I just put myself on autopilot and I just do
Mhm.
whatever. I become numb and I just don't care. So
Very
during that point
impulsive.
in
You become
time,
very impulsive.
nothing mattered. I lost my sister and I didn't care about
Yeah.
anything. So it wasn't even on my mind that I was hurting my daughter. It just was whatever. I didn't care about anything at that point in time. I was just here. So yeah. And every time I go through, just like I was just telling my friends yesterday, matter of fact, like, I don't know how much more I can take of betrayal from people. I
Yeah.
don't know how much more I can take of being painted out to be the bad guy when these motherfuckers do fucked up shit to me, bro. And I just don't expose them because who cares? They don't care. I'm already painted to be the villain, so nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares what's happened to Maybay her whole life. Nobody cares that I've had a fucked up life. They don't care. There's no excuse for Maybay. There's only excuses
Oh
for
my
everybody
God,
else.
maybe.
So
It's not that no one cares. It's not about that. It's the fact that it doesn't negate the other things. A lot of people have been through things. A lot of people have endured fucked up childhoods, had trauma, had things happen to them, been abused in every which way possible. But it doesn't take away anything else. Like, it's not justification, it's not an excuse. And you always try to, well, nobody gives a shit what happened to Maybe. No, and I've said it a million times. The people that did shit to you were predators. They were disgusting. I feel the same damn way. I don't think it should have ever happened to you as a child because you were a child, just like I feel about any other child. But again, just because someone goes through a hard childhood, things they should never have to endure as a child, does not then give them the green light or a pass or any justification to then make someone else go through that as a child.
and I don't need nobody.
No matter if the severity is, one's worse than the other. Who's to say what's worse? We can't measure things like that because, again, I've talked about this. I could chip a nail and it could be the worst thing ever. Someone else could do it. And that's a bad example, but you get what I'm saying. Someone else could have that happen and it not even be that traumatic for them. So you can't measure things like what's worse and what's not. And that's
Nobody's
just
excuse, and
insane
I don't need
anyway.
nobody's sympathy either, but a little bit of understanding and a little bit of grace because you're not God, what goes a long way. And I just feel like at the end of the day there is no rebranding Maybay. There is no bringing Maybay back to anything because at the end of the day, like I said, you'll always remember the damage that was done even if it wasn't done to them. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing I could do to change anything I've done in my life. Nothing. There's nothing I can do about it. I can apologize till I'm blue in the face, and if that's not good enough, it's not going to be good enough. But I don't owe these strangers an apology. You
I named
understand?
it
Like, I don't care if they watched
rebuilding
whatever
Mayday.
happened. I don't
You
care
hear
if they
me?
watched it. I don't care if you thought it was fucked up. I don't owe you anything. You know what I'm saying? Not a damn thing. The only person I owe an apology to is my daughter. And I've done that, and I still do that, and I will always do that. And I always got her motherfucking back. You know what I'm saying? Me and my daughter are good. We're not in a fucked up place. You know what I'm saying? We're good. And like I told my daughter, all I can do is be the best mother I can be to you now, and be the best grandma I can to Princess. That's it. That's all. And make sure that I don't ever put Princess through anything I put you through. And that's it. That's all I can do. I can't go back in time and change nothing. None of us can.
No, you
You know, and I'll be damned if I let people make me feel bad for the next 50 something years of my life over some shit that I did years ago, and it's over with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not finna be held captive by nobody's nothing when y'all don't got no heaven or hell to put me in, period.
Have you forgiven yourself for doing that?
Oh, I forgive.
Well, girl, you don't even believe in heaven and hell, so what are you worried about? You don't even believe in that. What is she talking about? But like now she's, I guess she in this instance she's talking about what she did to Tati, not what she did in other things, because just the way she says it.
Myself for I mean, what is forgiveness really though? Like,
Oh,
what
here
is
we
it?
go.
Like,
Have
oh,
you
I
forgiven
forgive.
yourself from doing it? Like,
I
because
mean,
I hear the emotion a little bit in your voice when you talk about
my emotion is
it.
gonna always be there because when I'm passionate about anything, it
Mm-hmm.
bothers me. You know, um, I feel like it caused my whole family to stumble and fumble. You know, so I mean, it's a lot that rode on that, a lot. You know,
So I asked if you have you forgiven yourself.
I don't even know what that is. How you forgive yourself?
Right, Melinda.
I don't believe in none of the shit that y'all believe in. That's the thing.
See, here we go.
I just keep
So
living.
you don't so
So then what is the purpose of her being the host and being a healing advocate? Clearly, in my opinion, from the flyer that was made, the way that she's carrying these episodes, it seems to me that Tony, at least, was going to be the host. She's a healing advocate, and that you and her were going to rebuild with raw, because it's on the flyer, with raw conversations, real healing, no filters. Like, I thought that was the premise of this shit, but you don't believe it. So what the hell? Like, the show's over at this point. Why are you doing another episode? You don't believe in the heal. Like, you can't get to real healing if you don't believe in it, maybe. What the hell's Tony doing if she's a freaking healing advocate? It's crazy.
like you don't believe in
Ugh.
that a person has to be right with themselves. Like I know you are a strong woman, right? But like you know like what happened to you when you were younger is you had no control over that. That was not your fault. So
Madams.
a lot of times when people hear you go back to something like that, they might say things like you can't use that as an excuse, right? One thing I say about this isn't just me. What happened to me, it's made me who I am today. You understand? It's made me who I am
Absolutely.
today.
I say that too.
I can't change it.
If it wasn't for what I went through, I wouldn't be who I am today. And that's
Mhm.
good and a bad way, you know.
It is.
I wouldn't be as strong as I am.
Charity, you can put the mirror down. Put the mirror down and back away from the mirror. We're no longer using the mirror. If she says get your mirror again, don't get your mirror. We're put the mirror down and back up slowly. We no longer need it. Shit, we didn't need it in the first place. She tricked us.
Today, but then again, I wouldn't have the fucked up way of thinking, and it's not going to go anywhere. I'm 45 years old, you know. Um,
Also, I have to disagree with you. So your thinking
it,
can
Oh
change.
my
no, I
You
god.
know
don't
what I
want it
mean?
to change because I don't want to be like y'all.
Ding ding ding. She doesn't want it to change. It's not that it can't change. It's none of that. It's Maybay doesn't want it to change because Maybay doesn't see an issue with anything. Maybay feels like she's going against the grain and she doesn't think like the rest of society and blah blah. That's her thinking in her mind. She sees nothing wrong with it. You're wasting your time.
I don't want to think
Right,
like
Penny?
y'all. I do everything I
What does
can
that mean
just not
though?
to be like y'all. Like, I don't want
What
to be
does
like
that mean?
nobody else. I want to be me. I want to
Yeah,
be
you can
free to
still
be
be
who I want to
yourself.
be. And I'm not going to
Absolutely.
change nothing about me. Nothing.
She does everything she does so she can be different than everybody else. That's interesting.
Not a goddamn thing. Nothing. I love me. If y'all don't love
Oh
me, that's on
Lord.
y'all. I love
That's
me. I don't
crazy.
have a problem with me at all. I deal with myself every day. I look in the mirror every day and be like,
Why is she getting so defensive when this is part that again, isn't this what they're supposed to be doing? Like if she, why would you even agree to this shit? If it's just nuts to me. It makes no like why would you even do this? So is this the skit of it? Like you're gonna make a healing podcast and then you're gonna get up there and be like, "Fuck this! I don't believe in this." Is that the problem here?
bitch, you beautiful. Like, I
The
don't have a
hell?
problem with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool as a cucumber until you fuck with me. If people
Yeah.
will leave me the fuck alone, I'm cool. I'm dope. In real life, I'm chill as fuck. I'm boring, actually. I just be chilling, you know? But I get my business done. I handle my motherfucking business. I clean up. I cook. I clean. I do whatever regular people do. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I mind my business. I play with my grandbaby. I take her to the fucking beach and play in sand. I made a whole fucking beach. I put a beach in a bottle is what I made for her.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I put sand in it. I put seaweed in it. I put shells in it. Me and her, we're putting it all in the little bottle, and we use the water, a water bottle, and we use the water from the ocean to make, it's all the ocean. It's the sand, the shells, the
Mm.
seaweed, and the water, all from the ocean, and I have it, and I made her the beach in the bottle, and we did that together, me and her, and things like that matter to me more than anything. I don't care what anybody else on this internet that never has taken the time to get to know me in real life, not on the internet.
Mm.
If you've never sat with me in real life and really got to know me, not for just a second, but like really
Mhm.
sat with me, spent time with me, talked to me, I don't give a fuck what you think about me. I don't. Who are you? Like,
So
I
I
just
don't.
don't believe that anybody has the right to judge anybody for anything. And just because I don't live to your social cues and your morals
Oh
and your
my
this and your that,
god.
that's your opinion. That's how you were
Mm-mm.
raised. That wasn't how I
Yeah.
was raised. So
But
I
that's not what
believe
I.
what I believe.
Maybe that's not what I asked you. I didn't ask you about other people's opinion.
No, she didn't even ask you that, baby. Damn. Maybe that's why. Maybe she's not listening. She's listening to respond. She's not really listening to what you're saying. Shout out to CP for that super chat. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. Michael Jackson said it better. Let's wrap this up, Tony. That's hilarious that you said that, CP, because you guys know Gabby that I follow. There's a bunch of drama going on with her right now. Cops, CPS, you name it, it's involved. And she was freaking singing Man in the Mirror today on TikTok. And we're like, the irony of her singing that damn song. Shout out to Tam Tam member for 4 months. Ain't no way this chick graduated therapy. They gave her all the tools she needed. I don't know, Patchouli. I had to look. I had to go on there and look.
I'm talking about the opinion that you have for yourself.
I love myself. I just told you that. I answered that
Yeah.
very clear.
And you also said that you didn't know what forgiving yourself, what that even
No, I
means. How
don't
do
know
you
what that
forgive
is because
yourself?
that don't exist in my world. Like I said, that exists in your world, not mine. That's not real in my world. In my world, that doesn't exist. There is no forgiving yourself. You just take it as what it is and recognize that you fucked up and move the fuck on. That's it. That's all. And forgiving myself when I'm not God, God forgives me. That's it. That's all. I don't need to forgive myself. I fucked up. Period. There's a lot of fuck ups I've made in life. That's just one of them. And at the end of the day, I don't sit in it. You know, I don't sit in it, but I don't be like, okay, maybe forgive yourself. You're okay. No, I don't do that.
No, that's not basically what it
I
is,
just move
right?
the fuck on. I move on.
Yeah.
I bury it. It's done with. It's over with. I apologize to who
Okay.
I need to apologize to,
Yeah.
and I just move on. If that's forgiving myself, then that's what's forgiving. I don't know. I ain't never sat down and really thought about like, oh, you have to forgive yourself. I got so much pain in me. It doesn't even
Yeah.
matter. It don't even matter. Like, yeah, I got.
Oh my goodness. Then what wouldn't you want if you have so much pain and you want to heal? Like what? Shout out to Slick P for that super chat. I think May's therapist quit on her and May took it as her passing therapy. She has bad understanding and very bothered by what people say about her. That could be very true, Slick P. Very true. Shout out to you for that super chat. Shout out to Marie, member for 3 months. May Lester is just sick. It's a shame she doesn't feel like she is wrong. Yeah, and that, I mean, it explains a lot, right? I could, what did you say, madams? At this point, at this moment, I could feel Tony having her epiphany without even seeing her face. Yeah, I would hope so. I mean, they did say they'd be back for another episode, I think.
So much. Just like yesterday, I was crying to my friends on the phone after going to the divorce shit. Like I was on there with my friends and I was really venting about other, not just that shit, but other shit. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I
Mhm.
was just like, like an ugly cry,
Right.
and I was just like, I can't take no more. This is it. Like this is the final blow for me. Like I don't know if I can handle another one. You feel me?
Mhm.
The shit is a disgrace to me. The shit is just ugh to me. I don't like being deceived. I don't like, and then, like I said, like my story will never matter. Only everybody else's that has.
Oh my God. Here we go. Back to this. Shout out to T Little for that super chat. She just wants to be able to go pee in the woods and cross state lines selling the portal from the devil. Shout out to you, T Little. I know. So bad.
Something bad to say about me matters. But in reality,
Right, madams?
this is why I don't focus on,
It's
like
crazy.
this forgiveness shit of myself or whatever, because
Oh
at the end of the
Lord.
day, nobody gives a fuck for real. It's me. I'm out here.
Well,
It's not
girl,
about no.
I'm talking to
That's the part, maybe. You talk about nobody else. It's not about anybody else. It's about yourself. It's about you. That's what she's trying to get you to understand. She's not talking about anybody else's opinions. She's talking about for yourself. If you've got so much pain, then she's trying to heal. That's her. She's a healing advocate. Damn it. And you go right, you say you don't care, but then you go right back to everybody else and society and this and that.
you. And I said,
That don't have
well,
nothing to do with what I'm saying. I'm talking about in my real life. Here in my real life, I'm
mhm.
alone.
But this is Maybay's life.
No,
This is your
no, my real life. This is social media. This is not the
Oh
same.
Lord.
This is not the same. It doesn't equate at all.
right. Okay.
I'm talking about in my real life where I
Oh
can
my
reach out and
God.
touch a bitch. That's real life.
Okay. Okay.
This is
That's
talking. This is
crazy.
social
Right.
media. This is not reality. This
And
is me discussing my world to people that don't.
Mhm.
And if the shoe fit, wear it. The people that don't care. Some
Mhm.
do, some don't. If you fit whatever shoe you fit in.
Mhm.
So my thing is this: in my real life, when I shut social media off and I don't have a bunch of negative bitches talking
Mhm.
about me in comments that I don't read, you know, 90% of the time anyway, I don't have any drama. I don't have any stress. I don't have any nothing. I'm just living my life doing what the fuck I want to do, literally. And I'm all alone. You hear me? My kids are living their life.
but the things that have caused her, at least from again outside looking in, the things that have caused her the most stress are her real life. The situation she went through with Chosen, the situation she went through with Ivan when they got, and Whitney coming in, situation she went through with her daughter, all those situations are her real life. That has nothing to do with the internet. Shout out to CP for that super chat. Speechless, speechless. That's how you may make Tony feel amazing. She's healed. Let the church say amen. Shout out to you, CP, for that super chat. Shout out to Maya. Member for 9 months. It's always the game of are you smarter than a fifth grader? Happy Saturday. It's Friday. Connie in chat. This life coach will leave too. Well, it's almost Saturday, so I'll give you that. We got about 5 more minutes. I thought it was Saturday too, girl. I was said weekend update, and it's Friday. Tony probably downed a whole bottle of barbecue sauce after this. Shout out to Sissy for that super chat. Where is Blicky with the sound?
They're doing them. I can't be mad at them for living their life,
Yeah.
So that leaves me alone. I have a man now. You understand? But when it comes to family, I'm all alone. It's just me, you know? So
Yeah.
I can't take the constant like,
The letdown.
yeah, I can't do it anymore. So
The
now I
you
don't have
feel
any
like you feel
expectations.
abandoned again. You've always
Yeah,
been abandoned
and
your whole
that's what I
life.
was telling my
There
friends
you go.
yesterday. Like, I told them, I said, "What's wrong with me, bro? Like, why is this hurting me when I know this ain't what's good for me? You know what I'm saying? So why?" And I said, "Damn it, I think it's bringing me to my abandonment issues again. Like, I feel like I'm being abandoned again, but why do I care?" And I'm like, "What is wrong with me?" Like, I was really crying to them, like, why do I care and she don't? Why am I sad and she's not? Why does it hurt me and it don't hurt her? You know what I'm saying? But
Are you serious? Whitney has been hurting over this shit while you acted like you didn't give a fuck for the longest. You got a whole man you're in love with and have had girlfriends and shit. And so now that Whitney finally, from what you're saying, has gotten over it, it's a problem. Now you care. That's what it
But I
sounds
forget I
like.
was the one that was lied to and betrayed the whole entire fucking time, you know?
Oh
So at the end
Lord.
of the day, I just like, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't, you know? I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to fall deep in love and believe in nobody anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. Like
Right,
this,
Kelsey.
who I'm with right now, that's it for me. Like I don't have the capacity to give what I gave everybody else. I don't have it anymore. I don't have it in me. I don't have it.
Mm.
I don't
You
have
know
it.
what you got to do now, though, maybe, is you got to, that you gave everybody, you got to put that like within you, yourself. I know
That's
you
why I
love
said I'm
yourself.
all alone. So I got time to just sit and reflect.
Yes.
You know, I got time to sit back and say, yeah, I shouldn't have gave Tati those 2 packs of noodles when she was hungry. You know, I got time to say like, damn, I shouldn't have bought Jaden that PS5 when he, you know,
What
didn't need it.
the
You know, whatever. I'm
fuck?
just using an example. Shit. You know, damn.
So she talks about the fact that she told Tati, you don't want to be fat, you don't want to do this, and then she turns around and then says, I shouldn't have gave her those 2 packs of noodles. Oh my,
I should
oh
have
my
just ate that
God,
fucking shit because now I feel sick as fuck. You know.
that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, time that I have, but I don't have it, but I do have it, but I don't, life has been very busy. I'm trying to stay busy so I don't focus on, because I tend to hyper focus on shit and then it
Yeah.
starts to bother me, and I'm very impulsive and I do dumb shit when I work out of impulse. Like I really do
Mm.
dumb shit. Like, I mean, as soon as I found Anita was sick, I went and bought a car. That was the dumbest shit ever. Whenever Ivan left, I went and got 2 fucking cars and knowing that I couldn't afford that shit. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? But I just do dumb, impulsive shit because
Of
I'm
course,
looking for
Kelsey.
something to fix it.
To fill that void that you're
Yeah, and
missing.
nothing fixes it. Just like when Nita died, I knew I shouldn't have been with Chosen, but I ran to Chosen because I knew that she needed help and I needed somebody to fill that void. I needed somebody to need me. I needed somebody to try to fix because Nita wasn't there for me to take care of anymore. So I needed somebody or something that needed something or somebody. You know what I'm saying? To make me, because I mean, you dedicate your whole 17 years of your life to somebody, morning, noon, and night, taking care of them, and then it's just done. And you're like, what the fuck am I supposed to do now?
Yeah.
I'm lost. You know.
See, that's why, in my opinion, maybe wanted, if you remember, maybe went through that phase where she wanted to have also, because she wanted a check, I'm sure that was part of it. But maybe is the type, she has to have something that needs her, that can't survive without her. And that's what Nita did for her. And I think that's why she's been, whether she admits it or not, been wanting a baby around. And when her son was having that baby, she got real close to that girl. And then she had that baby. He needed her. He couldn't live without her. Um, and I think that's why once he was out of the picture, she wanted her own baby. I mean, she talked about it way, all the time about Whitney. I think Whitney should have a baby. She's however old, she needs to have a baby. And then it went to her wanting to have a baby.
You know. So then I went to Chosen. She was on drugs really
Right,
bad, and I
Hood
was trying
Billy.
to help her. Like fuck it. She became my project. And she became me trying to fix her, and I couldn't fix her. So I was sad that when she left, I was so scared for her because I was scared for her. When I was crying
Yes,
on the
Lady
internet,
D.
it wasn't because, oh,
Yes.
I love her so much and I can't believe this. Yeah, that was some of it. But most of it was I was scared for her and what could happen next. Thank God she's well and everything's, okay with her. But that's not what I felt was going to happen. And I was just afraid that I have abandonment issues. Every time somebody walks out, like my whole world crumbles. And my godmother moved out of my house and I cried for like 2 weeks. My son moved out and it was the end of the world for me. Like literally, like I got abandonment issues and I don't know how to deal with them. I don't know what to do and I don't know how to fix it. I went to counseling. It didn't work. I went to therapy. It didn't work. Like, I don't know how to fix something that's just there. It's just there. So
It's
whenever
not gonna
somebody,
work. It's not gonna work until you're ready for it to work. By you
I'm never going to
saying,
be ready. I'm never going to be ready.
see,
I don't
you
want
are
it. I
though.
don't
You
want it.
know,
Uh,
you know how I know you're ready? Because you
oh my God. Maybe I think it's a flex not to be healed or not to be ready. I don't know. Shout out to Heather for that super chat. She's hurting because of the insurance. She needs to write a banger about her loss. I mean, that's what she did with the whole Tati situation. She wrote her a song, damn it. I mean, again, it was to Teddy, but it was supposed to be to her. It just said the name wrong. So she wrote her a song. I mean, again, Bill wrote her a song,
you wouldn't
but
be talking about.
maybe I
I
played
always
it
talk
I
for
about
think
it.
her.
you're just. I think you're just scared. You know
I'm
what I
not
mean? I
scared of
think you're
shit.
scared.
Hell no,
I think you're scared
Christine.
of it
I'm
failing.
not scared
You
of
can
anything.
tell when people have done
I'm not
therapy.
scared of it. I don't want it. I don't want it. Like I said, I'm grown as fuck and this is my
You
life.
are. You know, I see a therapist every Thursday. It's funny. I was looking at some
Congratulations.
of the listen, listen. Somebody's blog page the other day, and somebody said,
Wait, 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 wait. So is Tony doing this whole healing advocate and going down this route because she's in therapy every week? So she's learning and now she wants to teach other people? Is that what we're having here?
Something because I people were talking about me laughing on the last video, right? And when I laugh at that, that's usually when I want to just cuss somebody out. And instead of saying cuss words, I laugh, right? But anyway, they were like, "Oh, you might be the one that need to see the therapist." I was literally talking on the phone with my therapist when I read her comment. Listen, for the longest time, I was like, "Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to deal with it. It's happened. There's nothing I can do to change it. I don't want to talk about it." When I got sexually abused when I was younger and all that, they tried to get me to talk to people. They want to do it. Did it. I did whatever I could to push it down as far as I could, right? It came back and bit me in the ass at like 35, hurt my back, put on pain medication, and got addicted to it. No longer was strong enough to like suppress those memories that I was trying to keep pushed down. It fucked me up. I didn't want to be here anymore, man. I had to put myself in rehab. You know what I'm saying? I had to learn why I was doing the stuff that I was doing to myself. I had to find out why. And I found out why. You know what I mean? And,
Oh, I know why. I don't need to know why. I know why. But my whole thing is like, it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to change. Because,
it's not gonna go anywhere, but you'll be able to accept yourself more.
I have
You know what I'm
accepted
saying?
it. Y'all haven't accepted me. I accepted me. I'm a motherfucker. And I accept that. And I'm
I
not right.
get that.
I'm not
I
right about
get
a lot of
you.
things.
You hear
I'm not
me?
right about a
I
lot
get
of
what you're saying.
things. And I
Mhm.
Yeah, I
accept
don't
that.
know
I've
if
done a
she
lot of
does. I'd
wrong
be
and I accept
surprised.
that. I've hurt people. And
I'm not just talking about the wrong,
I
May.
accept that I've hurted people. I'm sorry to
I'm
everybody
not
that I've
just
hurt.
talking about that.
Wait a minute. Let me finish. I'm not just talking to you. I'm just talking.
Oh.
Okay.
Um,
Oh my God. She's not just, she's talking in general, Tony. She's not just talking to you, even though y'all are having the conversation. I don't, she's never talking to the person talking to her, apparently. Shout out to Sissy for that super chat. She will be broke and alone, her two biggest fears. That's why I really think that's why. I mean, she clearly doesn't want to be alone. That's why she has these overlapping situations, and she's never been alone. She couldn't be.
I accept the fact that I have hurt people and I try my damnedest not to do it again. Um, I hate that I've hurt anybody who crossed my path. And I'm sorry for that, you know. And if I could, like I said before, sit down and talk to everybody one on one. But see, there's some people that hurt me and then I hurt them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that's the same. But the people that I hurt and didn't even know I hurt them, I'm talking about those people, until I realized later, like, damn, that I did that. That was fucked up. I should have did that. It took me time to realize it. But the people that hurt me and I just reacted, oh, I'm not sorry for a fuck thing. Not nothing. Not a damn thing. I did it. I meant it, and I hope you felt it. You know, because you hurt me first. Period. And but anybody who didn't hurt me and I hurt them, oh yeah, I deeply apologize from the bottom of my heart. I'm not an evil person. I just don't have whatever y'all want me to have, and I'm never going to because I love me. I don't have a problem with me at all.
But can you explain to me? Because I need to know how people think that you've hurt them and this is social media. You
I
know what I'm
don't
saying?
know. Like, I'm not talking about people on social media. Fuck
Okay,
them.
okay.
I don't care
Okay,
about
okay.
nobody on social media.
You're talking about people in your everyday
Yeah,
life.
I'm talking about people in real
Okay,
life.
okay.
I don't care if people on social media feel like I hurt them. Who the fuck are
Yeah,
they?
I'm just saying you have to
Oh
tell because
my
you know what I'm saying.
God.
Okay.
No, I don't
You're
care
talking
about
about the
no
people. You're
strangers.
talking about the people. You're
I
talking
don't
about the people.
value. Okay, so let's get this clear. I don't value strangers at all. Like, and now if you was an old lady walking down the street, you know what I'm saying, and you're a stranger, and she needed some water, I give it to her. You feel me? Like elderly people and children, and disabled people, I have a softness for. I would never be, on like no nothing with them. But anybody else, don't care, you know. But I mean, if I saw somebody on fire, I would try to put them out. Like, I'm not an evil person, you know. But I'm not finna go out of my way to kiss nobody's ass and try to make you happy. And I don't care. I don't know. I feel like
No,
people care
that's
about my life, and it's weird. It's weird that you guys are obsessed with everything I do. It's weird.
now maybe what girl? You are a content creator.
They're
Now that's like saying,
obsessed. They're
but you're a
obsessed.
content
It
creator.
don't matter. They're obsessed. Anytime you make up shit and you lie on me and you act like
Oh my God. Who's making shit up? Ugh. And look, Karen said drop the link, and you'll notice Tony opens it up for people. Obviously, Karen was trying to get up there, right? And she opens it up for people, and maybe like right as soon as she says like let's let people up, maybe it's like there ain't nobody coming up here. Good night. Like what the hell?
that's real. That's weird. That's
But
weird
that
as fuck.
you know what?
like Tony knows that like if you're a content creator, that people are supposed to be invested. Maybe it calls it obsessed, whatever. People are supposed to be invested. That's what you want people to be invested. Like what the hell? Yeah, Lola. What I don't get is why she's getting like loud at Tony and acting the way she is when it's not like Tony just came up on the panel and started asking her these questions, right? They clearly planned this out as like the premise of the new panel, and she acts like Tony just came up out of the comments to just talk shit to her instead of being the host of the damn show. Yeah, well, she's mad about the divorce because of the insurance. But yeah, she don't care. She just said she'd been crying for days, Maribel, or today she'd been crying all day. Shout out to Nappy by Nature for that super chat. I hurt people who hurt me, but I'm not an evil person. Son, she's delusional. That part.
What? That's people. You feel me?
And you know
That's
what?
just
And
people.
see how you have an excuse for, oh, that's just them, that's people. Well, guess what? I'm
Oh my
people, so my
God.
same excuse goes
No,
for
you
me.
are. You have no. You. What I'm saying is, again, that you can't. Like I told, what was it, Kimbo, that
See
was
how
up
they
here the
say,
other
like,
day?
see the bitch in the comments, Linda, how she said,
Don't
oh,
have the
poor
comments on.
you. She said, oh, poor you. See, there is no sympathy or empathy for me, these people.
But
Okay.
yeah.
So why would I have it for
Mhm.
them?
And
Why would I?
you just you have to listen.
Fuck them.
No, no, no. I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying. But what I'm saying to you is you don't know who that person is, just like she don't know who you are, right?
And I don't
Who you
care.
are.
I'm not watching her.
Exactly.
Never will I ever.
Exactly. I
And let
get
me tell
that.
you the difference between me and her. Let me tell you the difference. First of all, I would never watch her. Second of all, I would never go on anybody's page and troll them and act like when they say that they're hurt or whatever,
Hmm.
and try to make them hurt worse or say things that could cause them any type of whatever pain or whatever. I would not
Hmm.
try to bring another woman down on purpose unless she did something to me directly. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We are
there's
not the same. I
yeah,
would
there.
never be a troll in somebody's comments and fuck. When I trolled people, I always was funny. I never was on no hateful, negative, weird shit. I was always like, I love you, ha ha ha, shit like that. I
Mhm.
never was on no weird shit, and that was forever ago.
But maybe you see everybody as trolling, even if they just say that they disagree or whatever the case may be. If they're saying, you have healing to do or anything like you read everybody because you're so defensive, you take every comment as if, and we can't read emotions through words, but you maybe takes every fucking comment as the person is just like completely being an ass, and sometimes that's not the case. And even the people who may be being an ass, like they do bring up valid points when you're having this conversation. If you don't want to talk about this stuff, then you shouldn't be having this conversation. Have it behind closed doors.
I used to be like, oh
Like,
yes,
I
I
don't
love
get
you
it.
so much, being
Right,
sarcastic as
Kelsey?
fuck.
Mhm,
But that
mhm,
was it. I never was on no bring you down, make you feel bad about yourself type weird ass
mhm.
shit. I only come for bitches who come for me. And I've said that from jump, and I'm always be that way. Because I am a girl's girl. I celebrate women. I'd be like, oh hey girl, you popping bitch. Oh, I love your hair. Oh, I love your jeans. Oh, you're pretty. Your eyes are beautiful. Your eyebrows are great. Your teeth are magnificent. Whatever. I am a
Mhm.
girl's girl. I only talk shit to bitches that
She's a girl's girl, but don't give a fuck if somebody's in a relationship or not.
talk shit to me. And
She
that's
said
just
that
Right.
before.
that's on that.
That's not a
That
girl's
should be
girl.
understandable
They
across
said
the
we don't
board.
like you. And I don't
That's
give a
yeah.
fuck.
Right. But I look at it as, I listen, we don't know none of these people. We don't know each other. No, like they can say whatever they want to their blue in the face. They're still here, right? They're still here. Some people have to say things to make themselves feel a certain way. You know what I'm saying? The whole keyboard warrior type thing. And it goes back to you don't know what that person's do either. But I'm not gonna sit there and let you disrespect me either. But I know how to block it. It doesn't, you know what I'm saying? I know you know how to block it. But I think people do it because they know it's gonna rile you up.
They don't
Oh,
rile me
and
up. I give you a
they
Hell
show.
no.
See, that's what another
right,
thing that people don't
exactly.
understand is this is social media.
Because it's
Yeah, I
social
So
know.
I,
media.
I don't, if you honestly think I give a fuck about what anybody in these comments has to say, except for my supporters, the real ones, not the fake ass supporters, the
Mhm.
real supporters, they're the only ones I care about, and my friends. That's it. That's all. And my family. That's it. That's all. Anybody else, I do not give a flying fucking fig Newton. I don't care. I don't know you. Don't give a fuck. Your words are shit to me. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. They can never bother me, but I will clap back at you because it's entertainment. Y'all like the negativity. Y'all like to see me go back and forth. So I do it. Duh.
Mhm.
Like that's the whole point. I only entertain
Right,
and look down every
C-Dub.
so often just so I can say some shit, just to keep them
Mhm.
going.
Mhm.
I mean, this is about money. This isn't about
Right.
friendship.
So you can read your comments then.
So y'all want negativity? I can give it to you all day, every day. It's draining though. Like, I can only come on here and clap back and do so much for so long because I don't like my energy drain. Because when I cut this bitch off, I'm positive Pauline all day, every day. I wake up happy. I go to bed happy. I mean, I don't have anything in my life right now that stresses me the fuck out. Literally, I don't have headaches every day, all day anymore. You know what I'm saying? Now that I've removed myself from certain situations and certain people, I don't have those problems in my real life anymore. I'm happy. Like,
Oh, damn. Whitney was giving her headaches every day? Oh, that's some shit. Isn't that what she just said? She said she doesn't have headaches no more since she removed somebody. Yeah.
wake up happy. I go to bed happy.
Huh.
I mean, I don't have anything in my life right now that stresses me the fuck out. Literally, I don't have headaches every day, all day anymore. You know what I'm saying? Now that I've removed myself from certain situations and certain people, I don't have those problems in my real life anymore. I'm happy. Like, I'm good. Now, I mean, am I financially where I want to be? Absolutely the fuck not. But other than that, like, I'm cool. Like, I'm not stressed the fuck out like I was at all. I'm a little sleepy, but that's about it. You know?
You want to let anybody up?
Not
Listen.
really. I'm finna end this shit. It's been an hour. And I mean, they can come up real quick if they want to, but I doubt they want to. Y'all have 5 minutes if y'all want to come up and say whatever y'all want to say. Other than that, I'm
Karen was
off of here.
trying to
I'm
come
finna
up.
go do the next best thing that maybe I have to do without y'all
Yeah.
without y'all being in my business.
I'm gonna be in a movie called Highly Favored, you guys. I go next week for the shooting of that. So you guys know that. I'll let you know that maybe. Highly Favored.
Congratulations.
I know. Excited.
How much weight have I gained? 10 pounds
Oh.
since surgery.
Right, madams. That part.
Yeah, that's it.
She contradicts herself so
Sorry,
much.
you want me to have gained 40 to 50, but it's only 10, honey. It was 15, but I lost 5 pounds. So
if she's only gained 10 pounds since surgery, then she would weigh what, 260 something? Because I think she got down to what, like 259? So she'd be around like 270 if she's only gained 10 pounds.
yeah. Sell that cookie. I wish I could. Can you find me a buyer? Because I promise you, if you find me a buyer, I'm gonna sell it. How about that? Can you do that for me? Or can you just talk on here and type in the comments? All right, y'all. Ain't nobody coming up. All right, girl. It was a great conversation.
Ain't nobody coming up.
3.
Yes, ma'am. You have a good night. Y'all
Good
take it easy.
night. Bye,
Bye.
y'all.
She didn't. She said, I'm going to give y'all 5 minutes. Yeah, that was not 5 minutes. Karen was going to go up there and tell her how it is. All right, let's see here. Hang on 1 second, guys. See if this uploaded. This was what I think this was part of that live that I was just talking about where she says that I'll have to pull that other part because I didn't pull it. But this was part of that live where she talks about Tati coming home when she was 6, and didn't remember her. Like she said, she sounded like her, but she didn't remember her.
Blah 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 blah. I'm genuinely a happy person. I wake up happy every day, no matter who's in my life. You know who really made me happy for my set? For the past 20 years, damn near, was my sister. A lot of my happiness and my way of thinking came from my sister. Nobody else. And I'm just being honest. I'm not downing nobody. Me waking up in a good mood had to do with her. I still try to keep that in my mind every day so I can wake up and feel like the world ain't as bad, or, it ain't as rough as I think it is, or life ain't as complicated as I think it is, because I always think back, like, if my sister could be happy, then what do I have to complain about? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I live by because of my sister. My sister made me happy. I didn't base my relationship on my happiness at all. I'm sorry. And whatever y'all feel like y'all saw, y'all obviously wasn't paying attention. Because there's other people that are beg to differ with you. But then again, you wasn't in my real life, so you really wouldn't know. You only seen what I wanted you to see. Trust that. And I'm done with that. That is what it is. I don't even remember what else you said. Because you tried it. It didn't work, though. I pray you be blessed and have a great one. I thought you would have said your kids made you happy for that 25 years. Well, they didn't. You know why they didn't? Because I wasn't focused on my kids for 25 years. I was focused on my sister 17 of those 25 years, you know? So, of course, my kids naturally made me happy. That's just a given. I don't think that needs to be said. For me, that
Mm-hmm.
doesn't need to be said. It's a given, you know?
Oh my
But
lord.
my sister brought me joy. And maybe it's a joy that I don't think that you understand. When I'm talking about giving me
That's
peace in my life,
crazy.
my sister gave me that. When my sister gave me a reason to keep going, my sister gave me a reason to say, hey, it ain't that bad. My children didn't give me that. So I don't think you quite understand what I'm saying. You're trying to nitpick. You're trying to get up.
That's crazy. To say your kids don't give you joy and your kids don't give you a reason to keep going is insane to me. That's sad as hell. That was a throwback. I just was listening to some clips, looking for something, and heard that. And I had heard it before, obviously, but I had heard that. And I was like, I'm gonna share that tonight because what the fuck is she talking about? My kids didn't bring me joy and don't didn't give me a reason to keep going like my sister did. Like that's hurtful as hell. Can you imagine? I would be crushed. My parents said some shit like that. No, bless. All right, so Tibby is live, you guys. I know, Messy. I was over there. I was in the comments. I just told her to wait until I got off live. I was just commenting over there. Tibby is live with Mel. You guys know Mel from the comment section that lives in Cali. Tibby is live with Mel right now on Tibby's page. So I'm gonna end and I'm gonna go over there. I was just over there in the comments. I was just over there in the comments. So if you guys know I'm talking about Mel that always goes back and forth with Maybay and Lady J and everybody, they call her Melba. She's live with Tibby right now. They're both in Cali. So I'm heading over there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Her kids don't give her joy, but the sister that exactly, madams. That's what I'm saying. No, Carrie, I'm not going to stream it. I'm going to get off here. It's already been like 3 hours and 13 minutes. So I was getting off here anyway. Um, but yeah, I'm going to end it here and I will see you guys for the actual weekend update tomorrow. I love y'all and get your asses on a bus and let's head on over. No, you guys could take the buses, but make sure you keep them clean when you bring them back for weekend update. We can take the buses because it just works better than all of us taking our individual cars and shit. So just stay in the buses and we're heading on over to Tibby's. If you don't know the page, it's at Chai Truth 221. So at Chai Truth 221. Let me put in the comments Chai Truth 221. There you go. Chai Truth 221, the rebel. But if you type in the at sign, you make sure you use the at sign at ShyTrue221 in the search box. You'll go right to it. I'll see y'all over there. I love y'all. For those of you who followed the malarkey, bye.